And I apologize. I realize that there might be an echo when I talk, but I figured out why. No, it's because this mic is so good. It picks up my voice both going one direction and the other when it bounces off walls, right? And
I call you Mercules.
But I need to get some of those soundproofing pads on the wall, and then I'll sound better after that. But you have no idea the I went through to even get to this level of noise reduction, right? Because
so just to be clear, you had a perfectly working solution. You threw that out the window to then buy more things to get a worse solution. Why?
I mean, it's not worse. It's a better microphone. It just now it picks up echo because I'm in a small place, which I didn't know it was going to do.
So why did you just replace the mic you had that worked perfectly fine? It just seems like you put in a lot of work to get a worse outcome out of it. That's all.
Well, is it really worse? I mean, it's just a little bit echoey, right? I mean,
it sounds like you're sitting in front of your laptop.
Yeah, it doesn't sound as good as your mic before.
Oh, am I using the wrong mic? Hold on.
Two hours later.
Well, next podcast, I'll have the old one up, and we'll go back to the...
Try and just rejig this one. I don't understand what...
I've been rejigging it all week, dude, and I've brought in lots of people to do sound checks, and so far, everyone says that I sound fine, except you... And it's really throwing me off, man.
No, you sound fine, but you don't sound like you're doing a podcast. It's not like that. That voice of doing a podcast.
It's just you could sound better. That's all.
Yes.
Your fans want the best possible respawn they can get.
Oh my god! I know. It hurt.
Welcome to Two Titans and a Hunter, a Destiny 2 podcast, a show where we discuss tips, tricks, and tools to help all Guardians succeed and enjoy playing more. So, what makes us different, you may ask? Well, we're not streamers or YouTubers. We just have a passion for Destiny and are dedicated to keeping Guardians informed and up to date with all the latest Destiny 2 news and information and opinions. We encourage your questions and feedback. You can contact us either by email at twotitansandahunter@hotmail.com or on Twitter at twotitans_hunter. Now, on with the show.
I think it's just the mic then, isn't it? That's the issue.
Well, it's the mic, and like as we're talking, it would just
find
if anything's happening, right? Like I'm going down and down and down.
You just have to buy a new microphone. That's clearly the answer to everything.
Unless I'm going up.
He's muted himself.
No, he's still there. He's very quiet. I hear him falling deeper and deeper into the well.
No, that was my gain that I was adjusting. Apparently, that's not the way to go.
That sounds a little bit better.
Oh, there we go. Ta-da!
So I think we should start off the show this week by just acknowledging to Respawn that this is a very safe place for him and that we do recognise his change as a Guardian. You know, we are Guardian gender fluid acceptant here. He's welcome to express his views coming out as a Warlock as much as you like.
I haven't come out as a Warlock, though. That's the thing.
Well, several shows now you've admitted you're a Warlock main, so...
I've never admitted I was a Warlock main. Ever. I've admitted that when I'm not playing my Hunter, I play Warlock, but I've never once admitted myself that I'm a Warlock main.
You obviously don't listen to yourself on the show.
Oh, no. I know I've been edited, all right? But I've never said it outright. The closest thing you can get to me saying that I had done what you say, right, is you clipping me saying that I didn't say it, or... or the fact that I said, hey, if the Warlocks were going to be like X, then I may have to become a Warlock main. But that is not what has happened. I'm still Hunter main forever, for life. Let's go, Hunter Master Race. HMW in the house.
So, welcome to the show. I am Nitedemon.
Hi, Demon.
He's back. I am Peroty.
Back
He's
again.
on my left.
Guess who's back?
And on the right is the man with the microphone.
Back. Guess who's back?
Warlock Master Race.
Back. Denied. I had to change that name, by the way. Did you listen to that? About how who did it, actually? I want to know who changed my name. Was it you, Demon? I have a feeling it was you. That's a you kind of thing to do.
I'm guessing it was him because I didn't even realize it had been changed until you told me that story, and it was just beautiful hearing it.
That's not beautiful.
Could have been me.
No, just a whole story about him asking you like about the game, and you went to this long spiel, and he's like, no, the name. I meant the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was me, but I didn't think of it by myself. I was pushed in the direction by somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
I was.
Uh-huh.
Let's name names. Who was it?
I would believe you, but you can't be trusted. So.
Somebody that knows Discord quite well. Well, better than us anyway.
Off. It was off, huh? It's all right, cool.
So it's we're at the end of the season, guys.
We are.
Hard.
The end, which I am frantically looking at my pile of Crucible tokens that I still need to delete. Going, I need to get rid of those. Those need
Not
to become
delete. Use.
Well, sorry, yes, not delete. Take to the man, give to the man for piles of things that I will then delete.
Mhm.
And I presume a bunch of tokens. I've actually moved everything. I moved all of like the materials that I could into the vault because I'm just sort of curious to see what breaking down almost 19,000 Crucible tokens actually gets you in terms of materials wise. Weaponry, I largely don't care. I'll glaze at the things. I'll have D2 checklist tell me if it's worth keeping, if it's a god roll of the community things. But beyond that, it's all getting shredded. I have the other 6 guns I want, and I don't care about the rest of them. But that's a lot of work I'm not looking forward to doing.
And I've realised by the time I edit this podcast that it's not normally next week in Destiny. It's normally this week in Destiny that we're currently in.
Yeah.
So next week, this week that we're currently in, that by the time the podcast comes out,
some week, little week, every week.
Yeah, the week that I'm talking about is the week of the new season. So we have Season of the Chosen begins. Launch into the new Battlegrounds activity to take out Keitel's chosen warriors. Setkis Prime is back as the Devil's Lair Nightfall ordeal, and Lord Shaxx loves chaos, so he brings mayhem to the Crucible. So that's
funded by the pile of new tokens he has to buy us more mayhem.
Bungie would like to remind us also that Season of the Hunt is ending soon, so you've got to earn and claim your reward to unlock free items and other offers from the Bungie store. So there's a free Stranger Papercraft thing that you can get from the store, Stasis t-shirts, the Warden Seal pin, and more. So to claim these, you go to bungie.net/rewards. That's / not backslash.
Indeed.
Oh, these crits are so good. All right, so I was thinking.
That's dangerous.
You know the trailer, right? Where the Cabal's like, hey, let's create an alliance, right?
So Respawn is referring to the Season of Chosen trailer that dropped on Tuesday that you guys did mention, and we managed to get our podcast out in time.
We did.
To listen to and realize that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, we're doing good work over here.
I'm trying anyway. At least one of us is. Respawn's such a slacker. Anyway, so in the trailer, the Cabal's like, hey, let's create an alliance. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then she said, bow, right? And we all know how that went down. But my question is this to you guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is an opinion, right? As a Cabal, they fought us with our light. They've gotten their butts whooped. They've stolen our light. They got our butts whooped with us with no light. Now that we have our light back. Where's the mentality there where it's like, hey, at every stage that you've attempted to go against us with or without light, you have lost, right?
Yes,
you have tried to blow up our sun. You have tried to blow up our planet. You have failed both instances. How are you going to come in here and tell us to bow? At the very least, you should have stuck with let's create an alliance and left it there. Right?
No, but you see, the Cabal are a race of like they're very proud. You have to kind of
there's a difference between pride and stupidity. You can't be proud if you're dead.
No, but it
can be right up until you die.
It's just the way of the Cabal. You have to, like we did with Emperor Callus. We had to prove our worth to him to earn rewards, and he was quite generous with his rewards once we proved ourselves with him anyway.
Yeah, but he never told us to bow before him. He welcomed us onto the Leviathan as guests, if you recall.
Yes,
Yeah,
but we still had to prove ourselves in like the gauntlet, in the baths, and all these other different things. We had to prove ourselves to him to actually earn respect and get rewards from him. And I believe it's going to be the same for Empress, can't tell. I'm guessing she's an Empress, or Keitel, whoever she is, his
Right.
daughter.
Lady
Anyway,
Alice.
yeah, Lady Callus. So yeah, and I'm guessing from the theme of like these battlegrounds that are going to happen that it's like these 3-man activities that you go into and you have to prove yourself in those arenas to earn respect. And I think probably by the end of the season we will form an alliance with the Cabal, but it won't be us taking a knee. It will be in mutual respect that we will join and have some kind of alliance with her to fight the darkness. And you can kind of piece that together by looking at the trailer and what's coming, and the kind of story beats that they've put in the roadmap of, for the first couple of weeks we're not getting the new strike. So I think I've heard on a couple of other podcasts they were saying that it seems very, there's obviously some kind of story beat that happens that needs that strike appears a month into the DLC to then trigger something else to then go on for the rest of the season. So the story beats are going to happen, and the battlegrounds are going to continue throughout like the next 3 months to fill us out. But it's I think it's going to be worth it. It's going to be quite interesting.
You said a lot of things that make sense, but you still haven't like explained why she has the gall, right? Gall.
She doesn't have gall. He's dead.
I did not mean to do that. But no, like to tell us to bow despite everything we've already done. The fact she's got to know about it, right? She's got to know all the things that have happened to, for, and because of us, right?
Yeah.
So telling us to bow, she's lucky. Like I put in the band chat, Zavala didn't come at her with like, all I have to do is literally tell my guardians that, you know, Eris can make a cool gun out of you, and you're done, right?
At the end of the day, we had respect for the Cabal. We didn't shoot them. We went there as guardians, or Zavala in our stead, to see what the Cabal wanted to form an alliance. You know, that's quite interesting to start off with. It's not like guns ready, this is the Cabal, we're just going to take them out.
Sure.
We've actually gone and listened, which is interesting to see what they're proposing.
Oh no, I'm all about that. Like I was very shocked and I thought that was really cool, right? But the part that I'm asking your opinion on is like what possessed her to say something so stupid? If she wanted to create an alliance, there's an alliance.
It's not stupid. That's the way the Cabal are. They demand respect, and if you don't give them the respect, you'll end up with a gun in your face, kind of thing.
The fact that Zavala wasn't there with a gun in their face should show the respect that she needed to be shown, right? All things being equal. You know?
Yeah. I think it's going to be very interesting how we do earn the respect of the Cabal to actually form an alliance with them.
I mean, it tells you something that we sent 2 guys to have a meeting with the Cabal, and we're like, no, we got this. It'll be fine. Zavala and Osiris just chilling there being like, don't worry. If anything goes down, we got
Again, by the way, Osiris at this point has no light. This is a lightless Osiris.
Right. And he don't care.
I'm surprised he did what he did, right? I expected him to actually kind of bow with how he's acting lately with the whole.
Zavala would never bow.
I know he wouldn't, but his mentality lately about, oh no, you can't use the darkness. I forbid the darkness, and then the other.
That's why he wants to form an alliance with the Cabal, because they want to fight the darkness. When his guardians are running around wielding the darkness, he hasn't told her that yet, has he?
That's going to be an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
By the way,
so about that
thing that we've all gained up against, the guardian that I hired to take care of this problem for you is kind of wielding the thing that you're getting rid of. Just saying, you know. It's just and we can all laugh about it because yeah.
And I wish Arf was here, because at the end of the season, at the end of the trailer, there's a quick flick of I've put that in the podcast info chat for you guys to look at. There's a quick flick of a Screeb on the screen, and then it flicks to like a Cabal ship out in space that looks kind of dead in the water, but
Okay.
Something's happening because Osiris comes over the comms and says there is no light here, which is something that it's not. Is it Savathun? Is there something Savathun or the other one? Sorry, Arth. The other sister.
Arthur's rolling in his non-grave.
that was echoed in one of the missions that we've just been on in the last season when we were going into the Ascendant Realm. That was Savathun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Who's the other one that we've been fighting this season?
We've been fighting the darkness this season. We haven't really been fighting a hive. We've suspected the Sabathoons in the
The
background.
Wrathborn. What's the Wrathborn? Who are they serving? Peroty. Come on.
This is why I'm not the lore guy. I run over, I shoot the men's in the face. I run over, I shoot different men's in the face. I'm sure there's a reason for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but it's Oryx, Savathun, and this is awkward.
In a little bit, yeah.
We've been fighting this season against them.
Clearly, they're not that big a threat if we can't even remember.
Who's the leader of the Wrathborn? Let's see.
Nobody's the leader of the Wrathborn.
Clearly, because we're destroying them.
It's
right?
The Wrathborn hunts. But we went for the high celebrant of
Ziva Arath?
Ziva Arath! That's the one. Struggling. Oh my word. Completely shut down. I remember Oryx, I remember Savathun, and then that was it.
The other one.
And it's funny.
Yeah, the other one.
People are Wrath no less than like 50 times in the last lore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that line that is uttered by Osiris at the end of the trailer was something that we've heard before, either in Ziva Arath or Savathun missions of there is no light here. Actually, no, it's the whisper, isn't it? When we go into the deep, it comes over the comms. There is no light here. Come on, you must have done the whisper mission.
Yeah, no, many.
You remember that?
Once.
I think I remember something like that. Yo, I was in. Look, I keep telling you, man. I don't play Destiny with the sound.
I played that mission exactly one time, so I have no idea.
Wait, what? You don't have the catalyst for the whisper?
No, why would I?
Because it's amazing.
It is.
Are you new here? Do you understand my relationship with the sniper rifles? I have it. It sits in the vault with the other 17 sniper rifles that's in the vault. It's there.
I was about to come at you with like, yeah, but you need it for Oh.
So as we're as we're on this topic of the trailer, we did get an email from Truman Moss Lee this week saying, "Hi, love your show and was listening to some of Ask Lore. Had a few questions for him. He wants to know what happened with Skolas being sent to the Nine by the Queen.
Right.
Is the gun gifted from Xur? He means the Lord of Wolves.
Yeah.
Also knowing that the new season 23 trailer dropped, do we have any insight on Empress Keitel? Thank you so much for your time, T." So Arf did reply in the Discord chat to me this morning. He said that Skolas was released by the Nine and went on to try and pull the entire house through the time in the Vault of Glass. And Keitel is the daughter of Callus and one of the main conspirators of the Midnight Coup, where Callus was removed from power. That was just a quick reply from Arth, but I'm sure he's going to gather some lore and be back at some point in the next couple of weeks with some more information on those questions.
See, this is why we need him here, though, right? Because, like, it took us an hour just to figure out the whole...
Because we clearly don't know what's going on.
Yeah, no, I'm just here to kill stuff and get loot, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a hunter in the truest sense of hunter. I'm here... Hey, is there loot? Cool, I'm getting it. Is there no loot? All right, I don't care.
Have you guys noticed there's a continuing theme through this year so far?
Hunters are the best? Yeah.
No. We've had Savathun, Ziva Arath, now Keitel. It's I'm you know what? It's everybody's sisters, aunts, kind
It's
of
a season of family. We're going to kill all the family members one by one.
It's not Season of the Family.
We don't even need to do that. The family members kill each other to show up.
It's Year of the Women. The women are coming in and going, right, we're going to take charge. These men have been around and not actually done anything. We're coming in. We're going to take over. We're going to get the stuff done.
I think
I'm half expecting Tanix's mother to turn up next season and say, "What have you done to my son? I will show you I'm a true raid boss."
That would be amazing.
No,
go sit in the corner. Let Mama show you how it's done.
Mama's here to show you how it's done.
No, what's really going to happen is Tanix is going to go through a gender reorientation program.
Yeah.
Come
I
back
can see that.
as I don't know a female word for Tanix, but whatever the female name equivalent for Tanix would be is that.
Tanisha.
Tanisha. Right. Yeah.
Tanisha comes back as a bigger raid boss. You have to go back into the Deep Stone Crypt. It's bigger, better, badder. Yeah. And then, I think for the next couple of years, it's going to be the women of the family, that each family that are kind of going to come in and be the big bads. Although saying that, I don't think Keitel's going to be a big bad this season. I don't think we're going to face her in the strike that's coming up. I don't think there's going to be anything where we actually fight her. Like I said, I think it's going to be more or less we're going to join forces with her.
At least temporarily. I feel a backstab coming on. I do. Right? We're going to work together to kill the darkness, and then they're going to think that we're somehow weakened, or we might actually become weakened in some way, shape, or form, and they're going to take advantage. That's my prediction.
Well, that might come with Lightfall, mightn't it?
Maybe.
It mightn't.
It mightn't.
It
It might.
What the hell is wrong with you? Anyway, yeah. So
we will link the trailer in the show notes if you are interested in having a look, if you haven't seen it already.
You should 100%.
Because it shows a lot of cool weapons, a lot of cool stuff that's going on. There's a moving fort, which I think
there's an exotic solar bow that behaves similarly to the freaking the arc one. I'm having a brain fart. Either way, arc bow shoots 3 arrows. I'm sorry, damn it,
Trinity Ghoul.
bow. Yeah, it's like a solar version of the Trinity Ghoul, but instead of having lightning arc between the 3, the arrows actually like seek out and destroy. It's kind of cool.
I'm kind of interested in see that, because I like using Le Monarch at the moment on the Hunter with the Oathkeepers. So it's one I'm kind of hoping it's going to be a decent one, and it's one that you can get from the season pass on the first part of the pay track if you do pay for the season pass.
And obviously, if it's on the season pass, you're going to get the catalyst right off the bat too.
Nice.
Yeah.
And an ornament.
And an ornament. Well, I'm trying to think.
So many.
Yeah, they did give us an ornament. Yeah,
you do get an ornament.
Yeah, it's at level 100 though. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. In the trailer, from what I gleaned from who was it? It was actually your counterpart, Houndish. I watched this video, and he slowed it down, and it showed the one solar arrow going out and hitting an enemy in the middle, and then like 2 kind of like ghost invisible-ish arrows sprout from that guy that you hit and hit the 2 guys next to him. Yeah. So I'm kind of looking forward to that in PvE. If it's anything like Trinity Ghoul, though, it's going to be bad in PvP. So, when it comes to that.
I do love the fact that only about a week ago, we were talking about, or 2 weeks ago, we were talking about the community going, I'm fed up with Destiny, all this, all that, I'm going to moan, I'm going to do a quit video, I'm going to do a delete my Destiny off my desktop video.
And we're back, and we're hyped, and it's amazing, and there's new content. Guys, smash that like button. We're back to tell you about it. Yeah,
exactly.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Like that doesn't happen every single season.
No, did you notice Astacross addressed that exact comment right there? Astacross was like, I know he did. In one of his latest videos, he's like, I know, we're all in the whole Destiny's got a lot of problems issue, but I feel that this is going to make things better. So he admitted that everybody's kind of meh Destiny, but he's hopeful for this coming season.
Yeah, but that's also what, like, every season is like, it's crap, and then the next season is like, but we're hopeful for the next season. Next season drops. Oh, we're amazing. The next season's amazing. We get to the end of the season. Oh, Destiny's bad again. Next season drops. Oh, Destiny's amazing. It's like, it's as predictable as Bungie's going to nerf the thing that 10,000 people are using every single day as
Right?
the hype train comes to the station, it leaves the station, it returns to the hype train's just on a big giant 3-month track. It goes around in a circle. You can set your watch by it.
You got to give them some kind of credit. This is their job, so they got to keep people interested.
No, absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's your job, is to make the things that people want to see.
The only person that
there's so many more things you could be doing, like our favorite boy, who makes all the videos with all the numbers, as opposed to complaining about the game. But you do you.
Oh no, you're talking about Fallout?
Yeah, our favorite internet boy.
Speaking of Fallout, did you see how he did a video of how to kill a Titan?
I did.
Oh my god, the fact that you have so much damage is insane, or so much tankiness is insane.
And we can fly around like drunken toddlers. It's the true Titan aesthetic.
Before we get into that, shall we move on to... There's a couple of articles that they put up on the Bungie website. We have Season of the Chosen, which gives you a brief overview of the season. And then we have the Help article, which goes into more detail. So shall we have a quick look at those, guys?
Mm-hmm.
We should. Because I've got, not questions, but I just need to read deeper and understand.
So we're going to read deeper live on the podcast so that you understand.
Exactly.
You're going to do a respawn.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here to be the respawn, to ask the questions.
What do I do? Hold on. What do I do?
Oh. So our new season drops, February 9th up to May 11th. Season of the Chosen. We've stepped into another war with the Cabal. Not saying we use this story already, but maybe just a little bit.
Maybe.
Oh, hey, Nitedemon, guess what?
Yeah. What?
The story of the new Empress. Guess what the first line of this is? With the pyramids and Xivu Arath destabilizing the system.
We should have just read that, shouldn't we?
Empress Keitel, leader of the Cabal and daughter of Callus, seeks an alliance. So yeah, see, we are nothing if not well prepared.
Exactly.
So yeah, so now we have a big lady Cabal. She's got lots of tusks, and an absurd Titan-esque starfish helmet on her head. It's amazing. You can tell the big bads because they have the most absurd looking armor.
So does that mean Warlocks this season going to be the most absurd? Big baddies?
Warlocks are always the most absurd. Look at how Osiris dresses. Just saying.
Well, no, I'm talking about the new helmet the Warlocks have with the...
We haven't got to that bit yet.
So, yeah. I mean, I have gotten to the helm.
Yeah, the helmet. Yeah. Okay. So
no, not the helmet. The helm. The H.E.L.M. The helm.
Yeah.
It's designed as the ultimate Vanguard staging ground, the spaceport to prove the resources the Guardians need to face the most powerful of incursions. It has a war table. You can get your rock off his map. It's great. You can be with Zavala, acquire the Hammer of Proving, and orchestrate an honorable victory. So where does the helm live? Is the helm in the tower? Is the helm elsewhere?
No. It lives in the last city. Is the last city coming back?
No, the picture shows you the helm table, and it looks
I know, but where was it before? It was in the place that supposedly was destroyed. So did we finish rebuilding it?
It looks like it's in the old tower, the original OG Destiny 1 tower, downstairs where we had the Vanguard in that big window.
Right. Yeah, that's where it looks like it was. But I was just, that's what I was curious. Is that where it is now? Is that where
I'm hoping so, man?
We're going to be revisiting it soon to access our helm and hang out.
Or, a lot of people have been saying that it looks like it's in the original Destiny tower. But what happens if it's Zavala's office that's just been redone?
Oh my god, no!
But they said that those messages from the city or whatever, the messages from the field are disappearing. So maybe they're just rejigging his whole office to be this helm area, which is why Zavala's going to be there.
So the thing I didn't even know was in the game this season, I now have to run down to his room next season.
I hope not.
To access the things. I mean, it's fine. There's an elevator down to it at least. But yeah. So yeah, I was looking at this going, but where are you? You're very pretty. I like the helm.
I want the original tower to come back.
Gives me warm feelings about rocks and maps and Hunter Vanguards.
So our new activity is Battlegrounds. The fallout from the failed treaty has resulted in Cabal forces taking up arms on multiple destinations. Prepare to defend the glory of the Empire.
This is a horde mode. type of scenario.
I hope it's a horde mode. Like I would love nothing more if it was like, hey, there's 3 of you. There's a lot of Cabal. Kill all of the Cabal.
Yeah.
I think, it says prepare to defend the glory of the Empire in this 3-player match-made activity. So that's good, isn't it? Match-made. Guardians would engage in ritual combat against Keital's chosen warriors.
Ooh.
Also sounds a lot like the like a forge without the forgy bits.
And then we have
on a horde mode. Come on. Sorry, go ahead.
Then we have 2 returning strikes on day 1, which is the Devil's Lair, which is find and destroy the single exalted servitor that sustains the fallen house of devils in the Cosmodrome. And then we've got the Fallen Saber Strike, so rush to the aid of the AI Warmind Rasputin as he broadcasts a plea for help across the system. And then the third one, that is a brand new one, which is Proving Grounds. The champions of humanity face the champions of the Cabal to determine the fate of the last city. So
Sepix, Fallen Saber, and New Guy.
Yeah, or just big tank thing. Might be just big tank thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Stop the tank from rolling down the hill.
Yeah.
Push the button at the end. That's it.
Put the blocks under the wheels so the tank doesn't roll away, and now you've saved this. Good job.
Yeah. And I believe from the roadmap that people that pay for the DLC will get it about a week or 2 weeks before other people. So it will go into the rotation of the strikes later on for the free track. So you will get access to it, but not straight away.
So there's a part of me that now deeply wants, since they tried to throw a spaceship at us and that failed, they were like, nah, we're going to throw a tank at them. We'll put a tank up here on the hill above the last city. We'll roll it down the hill and run away laughing. That's the Cabal's new plan for the strike.
Although
crush us under a tank. It'll be great.
It says determine the fate of the last city, but it looks like it's on Nessus. So
the last Nessus city, obviously. I don't see the problem.
Maybe it's a ship that turns into a tank that turns into a submarine that turns into something else. Maybe it's a transformer.
Yeah, I was going to say you're getting very into transformer territory, bro.
Sounds great. I love it. Let's do it.
I'm going to be quite interested to see what the
maybe it's just Cybertron, huh? Maybe Nessus is just Cybertron. You stop to think about that.
Possibly. I'm interested to see what Devil's Lair and the Fallen Saber Strike are going to be in terms of story. Is it just going to be a reissued strike that it's like we had with Ikora, where it was a fragment of memories that we just went back and redid? Or is it going to be integral into the story? Is Sepkis going to be back in another form? Is the Fallen Saber going to be back in another form, trying to attack Rasputin on Earth?
Yeah, I mean, where do we leave Rasputin? Isn't Rasputin like shut down at the moment? Isn't there like no Rasputin sending a plea out into the universe for help at this point?
Yeah,
did I remember that correctly?
We put Rasputin in a shotgun. That Winter's Life.
I thought he was in an engram, wasn't he?
Oh, he is currently. He's in an. Well, I don't know if he is currently in the engram, but he does go into an engram.
I'm sure Anna was explaining that he's in an engram.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it says rush to the aid of the AI Warmind Rasputin. But didn't we have a whole season about that? Isn't that over? Didn't we rush to his aid and then we stopped the ship from destroying us from space, and now we have to go kill the Fallen Saber to rush to his aid again? Yeah, I just wonder, is there story in this, or is it just like, like the memory fragment? Ooh, go back to the past and play this again.
Yeah. And also, it wasn't until I listened to, I think it was DCP that mentioned it this week. You guys remember the opening to the Falling Saber Strike?
No.
Yeah. Kind of part of it.
So for anybody that wasn't around, Destiny 1, you had to go to this area where there was a hive ship, and Rasputin decides he's going to put a warsat. He's going to drop a warsat, and you have to stand in that circle and defend it from a billion hive. It was insane in Destiny 1, and I can imagine how bad it's going to be.
The regular strike was fine, but when it was like a nightfall, that's when it was hard.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. And you imagine that on a Grandmaster Nightfall.
Oh, no. No. The
problem was, once you trigger the warsat, there was a timer on the warsat, so you had to be in that circle for, I think it's like 2 minutes. Yep. And the countdown just keeps going down, and if you don't disarm it within that 2 minutes, then you're just up.
It detonates.
Game over.
and you
It's
start
game over,
Yeah.
and it's literally the first thing that you have to do in the strike.
Yeah.
Everything
And
else.
the worst part about it, and here's the worst part, right? So back then we had Titan bubble trains, right?
Mhm.
So you just popped a bubble. Everybody got their Titan bubble super, right? And when his ran out, you popped it again. Or you could glitch under the map. Remember, you could just glitch under the map and hang out underneath the war sat under the map. Remember that?
No,
Yep.
I don't think I ever
Yep.
did that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I remember that. I'm waiting for
Yeah.
Cheese's video.
But yeah, so with the lack of Titan bubble trains and I'm assuming lack of the glitch in that area, that is going to be immensely difficult. Just that one part. The overall strike is going to be easy with our new superpowers, but that one part of the strike, oh my god.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Just have to switch tactics and freeze everything? That way they don't just murder you? I
Yes.
mean, Jiminy
Stasis, all
Christmas.
the things.
You'd have to. Because otherwise you just get overwhelmed and die.
Yeah. I don't know how I must have blocked that out of my memory because the moment you said it, now I remember what it was. But before, I was like, no, I don't remember that part at all. What are you talking about?
It's called a traumatic blockade.
Mhm,
I don't know what it's called. There's a word for it, but I don't know what it is.
Oh, dear.
Bad, real bad.
Yeah.
So we're gonna open a champion's armory and steal all their exotics and gear. We've got a redacted quest for a Dodge Ram. It looks like we're gonna get.
Tex Mechanica.
Yeah, pretty. We're gonna have a truck. We're gonna have to drive around, Halo style in our Dodge Ram. So there's something coming from Tex Mechanica. Maybe the chaperone's chaperone, the chaperone's mother shows up to show us how it's actually done. It's a sniper rifle shotgun. And then we're gonna have the exotic bow. Is it Tiku? Tiku's divination. Ticuu.
Yep.
And that's the ancient bow that Respawn's excited about. The ancient recurve bow that charges multiple solar arrows that can track several targets at once.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, weapons and ornaments. Over 25 weapons added to the loot pool. How many of those are new? I don't remember because they're bringing all of the moon and other stuff back. So, new weapons. Some of them are actually new. Some of them are less new, but they're back. And
Well, the moon is going to get new mods for their weapons, exclusive mods. So I guess that counts.
Yeah, and then your power will be unlocked with the Umbral engrams. So you can take your engrams to the big ball of goo and put your engram in, and then it comes out as a weapon. Or your 70th gnawing hunger. It's hard to say which. I am actually excited about the Umbral engrams coming back because I did appreciate that system to at least be able to give you a 1 and 2, or at least either a 1 and 2 shot of it'll be either this gun or this gun, or at least say it's a chest piece or an art or legs, or being able to take a little bit of the R out of the RNG.
Is it though?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, at least at the end of the season, when you're trying to farm you're like, hey, I would like a decent scout rifle, or if you were trying to get a decent gnawing hunger or something, you can at least say it's going to be one of these two things, as opposed to everything in the loot pool, which is far more vast than what you're trying to get.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, okay. No, it's better than straight RNG. I'll concede. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, anything is better than straight RNG. Anyone who's tried to farm for any of the Iron Banner weapons can tell you. And you get your 70th, piece of armor, and you're like, no, I just want a gun.
My God, no, dude. Okay, so RNG. Did you see that? Apparently, there is RNG protection for the Eyes of Tomorrow. Did y'all see that post?
No, because I don't care about the Eyes of Tomorrow.
Yeah, but we'll get to that later for you.
I didn't know that. Okay,
you
were talking about RNG, and it popped in my head, and you know how I am. I'll forget if I don't say it now.
It's dangerous when things pop in your head.
I know.
And people have been guessing at what the Tex Mechanica redacted exotic quest is, and they were talking about a weapon that we got in Destiny 1, which was called the First Curse, and it was exotic hand cannon from the same frame as the Last Word, but fired like a conventional hand cannon. But I can't remember. It came up in the Taken King, but
all right. So because I can only think of Chaperone, I had to think. So Tex Mechanica, they made the Chaperone, Last Word, First Curse, Fourth Horseman, the Prospector, the exotic grenade launcher, a couple of other rare hand cannons, the Silvered Maverick MK41 and the primed Big Sky MK48, the Huckleberry, the exotic sparrow Bronco, and the prod ship.
Yeah.
God, words are hard.
They are.
Chaperone, Last Word, Huckleberry, Fourth Horseman, and Prospector in terms of thinking about what kind of guns do they make. So loads of hand cannons, loads of shotguns, and a grenade launcher just to throw something into the mix.
Hopefully, it's something new from Tex Mechanica that they found.
That's not a hand cannon. Please, Bungie, no more hand cannons. I don't even care what. Make it a sniper. I don't care. Just no more hand cannons. I'm tired of them.
Look, it had kinetic damage. It had a Deadeye perk, which was bonus to range, stability, movement, and speed when aiming down sight. It also had triple tap, and the first curse perk was first precision kill of the magazine refills it, granting bonus to range and stability until the player reloads. That was in Destiny 1. So, interesting.
I'm going to say it's going to be a grenade launcher because they've got 2 shotguns, 2 hand cannons, and only 1 grenade launcher so far. So let's make another grenade launcher.
But you were onto something. They don't have sniper rifles as far as I'm aware. They also
sniper rifles, auto rifles. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff they don't have. That's why I was curious. I wanted to look up.
A rocket launcher?
Yeah, I'd be into that.
It's a rocket launcher that sits in your primary kinetic slot, and it shoots kinetic rockets that use kinetic ammo. It's just a big lump of lead.
That would be, unfortunately, the exotic quest for that particular weapon that Respawn just described is winning 77 straight trials matches and going through all of those. So we'll give you the gun, but you're going to work for it.
And you have to use the a Tex Mechanic weapon to get it too, right? So any one of the
all Tex Mechanic weapons. I don't care if there's not one for each of the slots. You're going to need it, and the ship and the Sparrow must be.
Well, hold on. Let's stop and think. Is there one for each slot? So you have the grenade launcher, the heavy grenade launcher. You have the primary hand cannon, the primary submachine gun. Do they not have an energy? No, Tex Mechanic is all kinetic, isn't it? Hold on. Is it?
Please stand by while Respawn looks for something.
Oh, no, I'm not looking for something. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think they're all kinetic, bro.
Is Fourth Horseman kinetic?
No, that's arc. That's true. Good call.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there you go. So just run your Chaperone, your Fourth Horseman, and your Prospector while having the Bronco and the Prod equipped, and then you can get that rocket launcher Respawn described. That's all you have to do. No problem.
You two have just made up a brand new weapon that people are going to believe you.
Yeah, we hope Bungie does too.
That is the secret. If you don't listen carefully and don't have your BS detection set high enough, you may believe you'll be able to get this weapon when you complete your seasonal artifact, the Bell of Conquests, which is used to celebrate the triumph of the warrior who carries it. The Bell of Conquest increases your power every time it's upgraded. I have to say, like
is that the artifact? Is the Bell of Conquest? Okay.
Yeah, for being seasonal artifacts, like. This one's really pretty. Like, it's really ornate. Like, this is one I wouldn't
Where actually are you looking at?
Owning on the little Season of the Chosen page where it shows the pretty bell right below everything else we've read.
When I saw it, it just looks really heavy to me. It'd be something like I go, you know what? I can deal without the mods. I'll just leave it there. Leave it in the tower. Leave it in my locker. I'm not taking that with me. It looks too heavy.
Okay, so the exotic quest is actually for your Tex Mechanica horse to hold your Bell of Conquest while you're riding around the areas. The horse transplants down with you to hold your Bell of Conquest and the rest of your loot. It's amazing.
Yeah,
do you reckon it's actually a bell, or do you think it's like inside it has got a Zivorath's toenail? Because I need something. I need something to hold these toenails and fangs and teeth and eyeballs that we keep collecting.
Really, when I first saw it, it looks like one of those like little smoker things, like I don't know what
like in Catholic churches.
Yeah. I don't know what they're called at all, but like something you want to light incense in, and just like it just looks, I don't know, ornate, and like there should be smoke coming out of it.
It looks calming.
Yeah, very calming. It's a nice little ting, nice little bell that right before the gunfire starts. Yeah, it does look heavy, though. You're right.
It's what starts the gunfire, dude.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, so do they give us any insights on
your season pass?
I was gonna say, do they give us any insights as to what rolls we're gonna get as far as like armor piercing and stuff like that?
Nope.
They don't, but they give us really awesome looking armor for the season pass.
That's not a word I would use for any of these
I
classes.
must say, I do enjoy their samurai-ish look still.
What?
As someone, well, no, not this armor piece. You have to remember, sir. Do you remember what armor set I'm wearing?
Yes.
The Iron Banner one from 16 years ago, where I'm a samurai.
That does look like samurai. This looks like something you would buy in an adult entertainment store. Okay,
right. I appreciate the samurai aesthetic. I'm not sure about the like poof balls on top of everything. It seems like it seems like how you store these helmets by just like clicking them into a socket like somewhere, maybe to recharge them. I don't know.
I'm quite interested to know where the hitboxes are on this, because if the hitbox on that character is the top of that, I'm not wearing that in PvP,
bro. No, you should absolutely wear that. Hey, you're a Titan. You're a Titan main. You have to wear that helmet so hunters like us can shoot the little puff ball off the top of your head.
Yeah. Okay. There should be a perk or something, or just if you manage to like get a precision kill on the puffball, like your character just explodes, like semi Nova Bomb style, like just
like the old Halo.
Someone can be that
kill
accurate.
Something they explode in confetti type thing.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
Give me Guardian birthday party. Oh, that would be incredible. Yeah, but no, I had the same thought. Nitedemon. I'm like, if that's part of the thing you can get shot with, that's a very tall helmet.
A little bit.
And very silly. Very silly all the way around.
They look ridiculous. There is not one of these armors that I would say, yeah, I would rock that. No, not the Titan, not the Warlock, not even the Hunters. They look ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
I really just appreciate Bungie leading all the way into, we're going to give you armor sets. They're going to be really dumb looking, but we're going to give them to you, and you're going to love it.
And look, the Warlock's even got something that looks like a bird on his shoulder. What is that?
Yep.
You see that?
Yeah,
kind of a bird friend.
Yeah, that's his bird friend, huh? That's the Osiris bird. Mm-hmm.
Is that what that is?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
So we're also going to get the Prefectus armor set, which is a little less absurd version of that one. More leather and buckles and less poof balls. Is that the Iron Banners set? Is that what that is?
No, I think that's just the plain set that you can get from the season pass. You get a plain set and then you get the ornaments, don't you?
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. See, this is why we have you around. You're the smart guy. Yeah, so that's the pre-poof ball, and then we have the post-poof ball.
No, there's somebody still got a poof ball. Is that a Titan? I think that's a Titan. Yeah,
no,
you still have a little poof ball.
Yeah, but like there's like poof ball platform, and then there's full on poof ball.
Yeah.
You say poof ball, I say pom pom.
Yes.
Hey,
no,
I'm all about that,
right.
dude. You're a freaking Oh god, Final Fantasy. The little Oh my god. I'm having a stroke.
I love when he gets so excited but cannot remember at all what he's thinking about.
Because I'm so excited. God, what the frick is it called? It's on the tip of my tongue, dude. We even have it in Monster Hunter. It starts with an M. Moogle. Ha! You're Final Fantasy Moogle.
That sounds amazing. I'm in.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's something that looks like a mix between a koala and a cat with bat wings.
Mm-hmm.
So included with the Season of Chosen, free for all Destiny 2 players, new weapons and ornaments, 3 new strikes, the helm, new exotic cosmetics, umbral engrams, new triumphs and seals, guardian games, iron banners, Trials of Osiris, new artifact and mods to unlock, and seasonal progress track with unlockable rewards. For Season Pass owners, we get Battlegrounds match-made activity, new exotic cosmetics, umbral engrams, new triumphs and seals, guardian games, Iron Banner, Trials of Osiris, new artifacts and mods to unlock, seasonal progress track with unlockable rewards, second seasonal progress track with additional rewards at every level, exotic bow, whatever Peroty said it was, instantly unlockable, Prefectus. Was it Prefectus seasonal armor set instantly unlockable? Bonus seasonal XP, exotic weapon quest, exotic catalyst quest.
There you go.
Exotic Catholic quest. Yes, with your Bell of Conquest.
Yeah. 1 week early access to Proving Ground strikes, additional exotic ships, sparrows, and ghost shells, and complete suite of prismatic recaster focusing features.
Yay.
Yeah, so you're getting Umbral Ingrams either way. But then I guess I don't remember what the complete suite of prismatic recaster focusing features is. I guess you'll have some level of focusing for free, but then you get the better focusing for paid.
Yeah.
Hey, actually, I have a stupid question only because we haven't discussed it, and
I have a stupid
I'm
answer. See if I know.
tired. So, you know how we have to pay for it, right? We haven't discussed
Pay for
prices
what?
or anything like that.
We don't
Well,
have to pay for anything.
We paid for the season pass, right? And that includes this DLC kind of thing.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Accurate.
I zoned out, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So the calendar looks like February 9th, we get the Behemoth and Hellstorm Battlegrounds. Devil's Lair and Fallen Saber strikes open, and the Helm comes online. Also, we get our first Stasis Aspects quest beginning on February 9th.
Ooh, yay.
February 12th, which will be the weekend of the first week, Trials begins, early new armor, weapons, and more. February
I wish I had a
16th.
better birthday present.
Oh, we're doing Trials for your birthday, man. That's
Yep.
it.
That's not a good birthday present. Earning new armor and weapons. No.
No,
need a better
no.
present, Bungie.
We're doing it for your birthday, but just so you know, it's not going to be a happy one. You're going to hate Trials. We're going to be cursing at each other and the people that consecutively beat us into a pulp. Yeah, no, it's going to be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I mean, at least it's the first week of trials, so it won't be as bad. It's still gonna be bad. We're still all gonna be crying on the floor.
Yeah.
It won't be as terrible.
So, birthday wishes to Peroty on February 12th, please. Cleansing Battlegrounds, February 16th. So the following week, we get another Battlegrounds, which would be cool. So we'll have 3 at that point. Then February 23rd, we get our 4th Battlegrounds with Oracle, and the Iron Banner returns.
Mark that on your calendar. 19.
Eat on banana.
And then a whole month goes by, and we get Proving Grounds strike opens for season pass holders, and the Iron Banner again on the 23rd of March.
So either Bungie's taking like most of March off, or there's something there.
Either that,
Yeah.
or they're giving us some time to enjoy all of the content we've just obtained.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping, but I'm sure they're like, that's where we're gonna drop our something in the middle of this, and
Yeah, like the Text
Or-
Mechanica quest and things like that, like we
Uh-huh.
had this season.
yeah.
March 30th, we have Proving Grounds Strike enters the playlist for all players. Proving Grounds Nightfalls. So that's the strike, isn't it? Yeah, Proving Grounds is the strike. It opens on the March 23rd, which is why we're kind of going like a month and a bit without having that third strike open. So it's a week later that it's open for all players. April 13th, another Iron Banner. Oh, I love this. I love this calendar. It's Iron Banner, Iron Banner, Iron Banner. Love it.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
the word.
April 20th to May 9th, we get Guardian Games. We're pausing here for
No,
dramatic effect.
no.
And
I want to
it's
see if
fine.
Bungie has learned their lesson about nerfing the hell out of hunters, or if it's just going to be more of the same.
It's going to be SRL, guys. You've seen the armor. It's obviously confirmed. SRL makes a glorious
No,
return.
we're not promoting his propaganda here. Okay, no.
No.
And I'm not even saying who he is because he doesn't deserve it. But no, not here. Not on this.
And then
podcast.
on May 7th to the 9th, so 2 days, we get Guardian Games closing ceremony. And then at the bottom it says,
We'll have to
and
walk by,
more.
like, with flags representing our character or our planet or our race, or will there be musical?
I swear to God, if there's a whole planet dedicated to whoever wins, I'm gonna be mad. Even if it's the hunters, I'm gonna be mad.
We had one, and then they took it out of the game.
Oh, that wasn't a
think
planet. That was a moon, technically.
Well, we didn't feel like we deserved a whole planet, just a moon door. So that's all.
I think rather than doing bounties, which is what the Guardian Games was last year, you did bounties for the Guardian Games, and then you put the tokens in the machine to see how many tokens you could rack up. And the hunters were weighted down because there was statistically more of those in the game, which is why the hunters lost and the Titans won. I hope this year that they kind of work out some kind of
Middle ground?
way. Some kind of middle ground of, if it's because I don't think a lot of them were Crucible based. So,
No,
if you wanted to
that's
just.
the thing. They weren't. Okay, all right. So the whole thing is, the first thing that went through, the numbers are skewed depending on who you ask, but it's anywhere between a hunter's participation was 1/5 of what it should have been, right? So I think Titan was 1-to-1, Warlocks got a little bit of a boost, and Hunters got nerfed, right? And so once we found out that each hunter had to work 5 or 10 times as hard, a lot of us quit. And to add on top of that, most of these what were they? Medals, right? Had to do with use abilities to kill X number of Cabal. Use abilities to use solar abilities for this. Use arc abilities for that. Kill so many whatever with abilities, right? And it was a huge amount, right? And hunters, we don't really have rechargeable abilities that murder as quickly as other classes do, right? So, our numbers were nerfed. And everything was based on ability kills, so it's just damn, Bungie.
You just gave up and took your loss early.
Yeah, just give it to the Titans. Why don't you? It's what the hell? Why even have a Guardian Games competition about? And the thing that really made a lot of people mad, including myself, is the whole premise was the Guardian Games is to find out what class is the best, right? What class people like the most. Well, if you have to nerf the numbers of one class because too many people are on it, that right there should tell you who should win the Guardian Games.
And yet you didn't.
No, because we were nerfed to hell. Because they had to. Because they're evil.
It's okay because you gave up. I do wish though they would fix one of the big issues was they represented this. I mean, the big issue is everything you just said, but the way they represented how your team was doing was this flag system. And then basically, it was 3 flags you think would be sort of, balanced, except it would be one in the middle, one at the top, one at the bottom. And it was basically just like a scale. You put 1 penny on one side, one side goes all the way down, one side goes all the way up. It wasn't an accurate, thermometer thing. When you're giving to charity, it's we're trying to hit $100,000. Here's where we are. As we put tokens in, this little red bar goes up. It was a balance between the 3, but it was not, and there was no way to tell if you were 10 away, 100 away, or 1,000 away from taking the lead in anything. Mm-hmm. So I hope there's at least some way to see
some numerical representation,
right? Yeah, raw numbers or something, or just this many percent. Here's how many percent you're trying to get, and here's what you're trying to hit. Just
it's an ARF. We have an ARF, guys. Sorry.
We do. I want to make sure it wasn't gear dropping out on us.
I just panicked because I was looking at something else.
Our spoils of war are not ARF.
Right.
Welcome.
So going back to what you're saying, yeah, and just to let you guys know how badly they nerfed the hunters. Our flag, Peroty's it's top, middle, bottom, but the hunter flag actually, if you remember, went below the platform. Remember that?
There's one day I was looking for it and I couldn't see it because just so far down there.
Yeah, no, it was actually legitimately below the damn platform.
Damn. The Titans were very simple people. You give us a task and we're going to do it, and we're going to do it a lot. So they said, go punch the men's, go bring the tokens back, go put them in the box. We did that a lot, and we got a very tiny statue for it.
We sure did. Although with the introduction of stasis, I think hunters with our stasis class have maybe a better shot for ability-based kills, right? As long as it's stasis ability. If it's the other ones, we're still kind of boned. So there is that.
Okay, gotta hit the gym, gotta work out, gotta get some beefy arms. Your arms are too scrawny.
Shoulder pads don't count.
Oh, says the Warlock to the Titan. Let's get it.
Gotta put that thick hunter armor on so you can look big and buff and scare people.
So, Arf, I got a bone to pick with you. I have it on good authority that it was you who instigated the change of my name in the Discord. And I don't appreciate that.
I merely made a suggestion.
It was like that when I got here.
Mm-hmm.
I do not have the authority to change your name.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I see how it is, Arf. That we were buddies. Turns out you hate me. Anyway, welcome, Arf, backstabber.
That's not Arf.
Exactly. What are you doing? You got lore for us?
Well,
Do you have a
no
microphone
law this week.
for us?
I do have a microphone.
Okay.
I thought I'd actually answer the questions that you've got because there's quite a few. Demon sent me some earlier, so I thought this week I could be answering questions and then roll up for the law next week.
Big fan.
That's fine. I did reply. I'd already done your question and answer from the one that I sent you this morning with about Skolas and Keitel because we were talking about.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, just a very brief one. So if you have an in-depth answer, happy to hear it. Or if not, you can skip over to the other answers.
Basically, what I sent Demon earlier, Keitel's quite has been around in the lore for a long time. She is the daughter of Callus. She was also rumored to be due to marry. If I remember this right, it's been a long while since I've delved into this lore. She was due to marry Gaul.
No.
Now, I can't remember exactly, so please don't take that as gospel. This is the way I'm remembering it, and it's been a long time since I've dived into that lore.
No, you're the lore guy. No, this is gospel. You're the lore guy.
It's gospel now.
Have you seen?
Yep.
It took us 45 minutes to find the name of
Ziva or Wrath, yeah.
And then it was on the next page we were getting to. So we are clearly, the experts, and we're going to hold you to our high level of expertise here.
Absolutely.
But you have his tooth.
And we're going to conquest. It'll be fine.
Oh, I see.
That is this season's artifact. The tooth of Ziva or Wrath.
Wait, we were looking at a bell. What are you talking about?
No. The current season.
We know that. We were. I even said we're doing Wrathborn hunts, hunting down such and such. We're doing High Celebrants 4, and none of us could still work it out. So
no, yep, none of it. Despite the fact that you mentioned it no less than 5,000 times in the last lore, yeah, we just couldn't get it. And by we, I mean Demon, because nobody expects much from me. And Peroty zoned out, so yeah, completely Demon's fault.
So what answers do you have for us this week? And what questions were asked to elicit those answers?
Right. Well, I haven't seen I'm going into this blind. Ooh, so,
do it.
What questions did you have that you said to me or said on the podcast last week?
Well,
Warlock Master Race.
I don't know who that is. There's a Hunter Master Race. And those questions I'm pulling up right now. Speaking of which, so you know how on the Bungie app on our phones we have a message center? Where the hell is that center? Message center, like on the web browser. Anybody know? Like honestly,
Bungie is we don't look at the Bungie website. We just click the button when people want to join the clan. That's it.
All right. Well, now I got to go through my freaking phone and look for all these questions. All right. So. Oh, there's a bunch. All right. Okay, if you're taking applications...
And is the guy texting you called Ryzen YZ?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get text messages off him as well.
Oh, do you? All right, so you might actually have a lot of these. Did you get the one that asked for applications for the Respawn Army?
Nope.
Okay, that's just me then. All right.
Wait.
No, legit. It says also, if you're taking applications, I would like to apply to the Respawn Army. And I say, there's no application necessary, bro.
No, I think at this point you need to make an application through some sort of trial.
I guess so, yeah.
Army. I feel like that's only fair.
Well, if they can put up with my voice, let's be honest, and if they go through the frozen initiation, I think that might be enough to fulfill the application, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah. No. I mean, it's like it's not like they're asking to join the Frozen Clan and they have to go through like spending time with me online or whatever. No, if they legitimately enjoy hearing my voice for whatever psychopathic reason that may fill, Yeah, no, you've already fulfilled the criteria. You good, man? Congratulations. No, but okay. So let's go. There's a lot, dude. I gotta farm through these. Oh, and it looks like Bungie deleted half of them. Hold on.
Two hours later.
So, since we don't have the questions, do we have questions we can answer? At some point, my wife will come back and she'll want to know why we're still where she left me 2 hours ago.
Yep. All right. Sorry, Rise. I've lost it. I tried. I legitimately tried, and I failed. So sorry. So what you got, Arf? What questions you got answers to, homie?
Well,
As
the question. Yeah, sorry. It's my birthday. I'm allowed.
Oh, is it? Happy birthday, Arf. What are you,
Happy
24,
birthday.
25?
42.
Yeah, half it and double it.
You're the meaning of life and everything. Good job, buddy.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to
we
you.
have-
So does that mean?
No, I'm singing. Hold on.
Wait,
Happy
does
birthday.
that mean we have to play
to
trials
you.
with Arf this weekend?
Happy birthday, not Arf. Happy birthday to you.
Jesus Christ.
So not Arf.
Staying in.
That's absolutely saying it.
Yep. So not Arf. Since my birthday is next weekend, they've told me we're playing trials for my birthday. So do we have to play trials for your birthday this weekend? Is that how that works?
Well, there you go. There's three of you there.
Arf has just left the chat. What happened? Where did Arf go?
Left, blocked, unfriended.
You know my feelings about PvP.
Oh, I share those feelings about PvP.
It's your
We're one
favorite,
and the same,
and you
brother.
love it.
Right. Anyway, changing the subject. Do we have any more questions?
Nope, apparently not. Unless you got some.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm just going through my messages because Ryzen also sent me some messages as well. I just need to flick apps. I've also had some lore suggestions as well. One from Lazarich the Lich.
Nice name.
Listening to Two Titans and Hunter, you asked for lore suggestions. You should read the lore behind the subject, the Garden of Salvation, the Kentark 3, I believe is the subject.
All right.
So that we will be looking into in the future. Ryzen as well. Good morning, Arf. I just finished listening to the lore of episode 105 about Fellwinter and Shax. If you're taking requests or something, I would like to learn more about Clovis Bray and the Warmind.
Ah, that was one of them.
Oh, God.
Thank you for all that you're doing on the show.
There you go.
Actually, hey, since you're here, we do have a question we were asking earlier while you're searching through stuff. Currently, right now, in our iteration of the game as it is, the Warmind is an Ingram right now, right?
Currently, yes.
Okay.
Anna Bray is
Call
currently
Peroty.
on the outside of the wall, reconstructing an advanced exo frame that she found that she's hoping to insert the Warmind into.
Okay. Because we were discussing, we're getting the Fallen Saber Strike, and in the blurb that goes along with it, describing it, it says that, we've got to defend the AI Warmind Rasputin against the Fallen that are invading the bunker. I know that was from Destiny 1. We did that in Destiny 1, but we were just wondering, is it going to be something that's going to be integral to the story of this season going forward, or is it just going to be like a mind fragment of go back and do this thing that we did way back when to learn more about the AI? And that's all.
Well,
we were just
we
wondering.
don't know yet. Bungie hasn't actually released the API yet. Normally, they release it quite early, and websites like Ishtar Collective will have the lore before it actually releases in game. But now they will actually release that on the day the season drops, so you'll get all the lore for that season in one dump.
Yeah.
On Ishtar Collective, whether the quest lines or the voice lines are out yet.
Okay.
So currently, with regards to the Fallen Saber Strike, I don't know. With Bungie are being quite tight-lipped at the minute. even I'm not getting much even from the trailer. We've had not much more from that. We've had What's in the Twabator, which I actually haven't had a chance to read yet. So yeah, it's pretty much everything that Bungie has released up to date is out there in the wild, and make of it what you will. Keitel's a big thing actually with her, because we know in the imminent lore that I actually read on the show that she's actually calling the Cabal legions back to her bosom.
Okay, that's a horrifying image there.
Yeah, especially when she's got tusks as well. Because apparently,
does she have
female
tusks,
Cabal have
helmet?
tusks. No, female Cabal have tusks.
Ooh.
I don't know what to do with this new information.
And it has been confirmed she is 9 foot tall without her helmet. About the same as a Titan with that new helmet.
That is a big.
So the Cabal are a race of guinea pigs and walruses?
Space Rhinos.
Space Rhinos. Even better.
Rhinos don't have tusks. They have horns.
They do now.
The horns and the tusks are actually made out of the same material.
But they're different as far as like what they are, though.
No, they're not. Sorry, my thing's there. The horn on the rhino is actually compacted hair, and whereas the tusk of an elephant is actually ivory, which is a completely different material. Sorry,
like
my
I
mistake
said,
there. I'm leading you astray.
Respawn knows his animal anatomy. Let's get it. Completely not Destiny related, but I know about my animals. Let's go.
So let's say she's like a bit like a walrus. Does that mean she's going to have a mustache under that helmet as well?
Oh my god! Oh my god! That would be very freaking very whatever. You know, it actually reminds me of D&D lore. How the Ettins are actually the female Ettins are stronger and smarter and better in every way than the male Ettins, which I thought was kind of cool. Is it the same for the Cabal?
We're gonna find out.
Like
I'm
legit
not sure.
asking. Do you know? Okay.
No, we don't know yet. We don't know. They haven't gone into the male and female genus of the Cabal species yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure they'll come up with something in the lore.
But they're gonna have to for you guys, for us, for everybody. Anyway, sorry, I interrupted a lot. Continue.
Where was I? Sorry, remind me.
I don't know.
The beginning.
The beginning.
The beginning.
In the beginning, there was only light.
Okay.
No,
we've stepped into a war with the Cabal for a second time.
Yes, we've done that meme in the chat. Has anybody got any other questions lore-wise about the going into the new season, which drops on Tuesday the 9th?
Well, what is her relationship with her father? Because at some point, Callus gets kicked out. That's why he goes to the Void, right? So does she support her father? Is she?
No, she does not. She was one of the main conspirators of the midnight coup.
Really? So she rose up against her own father.
Oh my god! You didn't listen to the reply earlier, Respawn.
What was Gaul's daddy type figure called again? The consul, was he?
Ah, okay.
There was about 7 figures in it. Now, majority of them are actually dead.
Yeah, because didn't he come back and kill a bunch? Or had them killed, I should say.
Now, the shadow of the Arcborn actually tried to kill Gaul and failed and died in the process. But yeah, there's not many of them left now. I'll have to actually have a look into that more and actually list you who was actually in that coup. And basically now they couldn't kill, because Callus was loved by the people that much. They couldn't kill him, so they sent him away in his ship and locked the controls in position and sent him off and shot him off into space. So this prison ship / party ship is Callus's prison.
Yeah,
because that's exactly what it is. Now, in space, he encountered something. Now, this is all made quite well. This is all laid out in the Chronicron. Now, you've got to actually realize the Chronicron is a bit of a fan fiction.
Yeah.
So there's elements of the truth in there. Now, Gaul encountered something. I don't know if it was the darkness or the 9. Now, I'm more inclined to believe it was darkness. And he was shown something. Now, that then managed the description of what they felt very much felt like, to me, like what the Yang Li Wei encountered in the Mara Senna when they had the battle between the darkness and the light before they were sucked into the singularity. There was gravity waves and the ship was pulled apart, and this in turn managed to either damage the ship or affect the ship in such a way it unlocked the controls. And it was at that point, or not long after that, that Callus learned that Gaul had been killed by us, and went, let's check this dude out. He can be one of our shadows. But that's we know a lot more about Gaul and Callus than we do about Keitel.
Okay.
Well, I think I'm guessing it's Keitel. It could be Kyatel. Just depending on the word in there. But Keitel's a lot easier to say.
So, do you think she's upset with us for getting rid of Gaul?
No. She's traditional Cabal. From what I can know, she's traditional Cabal. She's not mad at all about getting rid of Gaul, because Gaul would have actually taken over. Gaul was leader of the Cabal at that point.
Yeah.
So we've effectively killed the leader of the Cabal. She's then stepped up.
That spot, yeah.
Yeah, and she's trying to gather as much power as she can to herself. Now she's invited with the trailer. You see her inviting us to actually be under a banner to fight alongside them, make an alliance. But to do that, Zavala had to bow. Zavala doesn't bow. So effectively, we've stepped into another war with the Cabal.
Yeah, but did we, or did we just turn down her alliance? Right? Because we might not be allies per se, right? But we are fighting a common enemy. Yeah.
No,
at this point, we're not really enemies.
Now, this is what I believe one of the game modes is about in the new season.
The Battleground.
The Battleground. I don't know much about it, but from what I can tell, listening to different things, and is basically we're going to be fighting Cabal.
Yes, now, I can tell you a little bit about it. If
go
that
on.
Help.
Yeah.
So, to prove your strength in the eyes of the Cabal Empress, players will need to challenge Keitel's warriors in the new Battleground activity across the system. You use the Hammer of Proving to forge and socket challenge medallions out of pillaged Cabal gold for the right to take on Keitel's fierce commanders in ritual combat. So you have to visit the war table, the Helm, to upgrade your Hammer of Proving through 3 tiers of pursuits that will unlock the Hammer's upgrades, new Proving runes, gear drops, and more. So we have runes, there's challenge medals, there's Red Legion chests, tribute chests, Hammer Charge, Cabal Gold, and Mission Focus is all their kind of videos on the help page. So
to simplify this a bit, it's the menagerie, but with Keitel. Keitel. Keitel.
Oh man!
Or it's the forge without the forge.
I was hoping for like a horde type scenario, man.
But we're actually instead of fighting fighting Vex or
Hive,
we're going to be
fighting Cabal.
Fighting Cabal. Yes, it's more like a proving ground. The tougher Cabal we can kill, the more we'll advance up the ranks and prove ourselves in the eyes of Keitel.
And earn her respect and earn, to join forces with her towards the end of the season, which is what I think is possibly going to happen, is that we have to prove ourselves rather than, we don't want to take a knee, but we want to prove the fact that we are equal in this fight, and to stand alongside her, we actually need to prove
ourselves. Yeah. So I kind of see that more of a test.
Yeah.
The bow, they'll kneel before me. So like that's more of a test to me, to then say to prove yourself as more of an equal than a subject.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just don't understand. Like, unless the chick's been sleeping in a cave, she knows all of the things that we've done. Who are we proving this to, right? We can prove it to her by clapping her cheeks right here, right now. You know why? Why? Did she not hear all of the many stories? Did she not hear what we did to her own father? Why are we proving anything to her?
Because that's the Cabal way.
I tried to tell him.
Yeah,
that.
but
He
it's
just doesn't
not
listen to
our
me.
way.
How many
Why
times?
are we putting
hang
ourselves
on.
in the position to prove something to them when, like you
How
said,
many
we feel
times
bad
in the
for fun?
Leviathan raid have we heard grow fat through strength? The more strength you have, the more respect you have. When the Cabal sent a legion out to do a campaign, basically it's come back victorious or don't come back at all.
Right.
That's why we still have the Sand Eaters in the system. We still have the Red Legion in the system, and all the other the Cabal legions we have in the system. That's why they're still here, because they can't go home because they failed.
So she's here to reunite those people.
Yes, and regain all the strength and potentially wipe out Xivu Arath and Savathun. I still think Savathun is a massive player in this. It's not a case of, yes, she may have gone to ground, but she's the master of trickery. Is that a massive trick there?
Possibly. There might be another reason why she's in the system. Maybe she's looking for Callus's ship. You know, because you said it's been sucked into one of those void portals. That it's still there, but it's not there.
She was in the system before that disappeared.
Was she? Okay.
Yeah. You know the interference missions?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Keitel I'm talking about.
Oh, right, okay. Sorry, I thought you were still talking about Savathun.
Sorry, I changed to Keitel. Yeah. So, yeah, I think there's more to Keitel being in this DLC.
I agree, but I don't think we'll actually see that
Callus
until we get further into the actual into the campaign. Now, it's a bold move actually bringing a vague character into the storyline like this. Yes, we knew she was there, but she's only briefly mentioned by the feats that she has done back on the Cabal homeworld.
Right.
We've never seen much more of her mentioned in game.
Yeah. But Bungie do like to do that, don't they? They like to pull like one thread out of somewhere and really go to town on it and make a jumper out of it rather than kind of just leave it in the background.
But that's the same they did with Xivu Arath and Savathun. They've been hinted at going to come into the story for years. And all of a sudden we've got them. There's a lot more backstory to those two than there is Keitel. Keitel is this very vague character we don't know much about. Now, whether they've brought her in to be a disposable character, I don't know.
Yeah, possibly. But
all right, then.
I can also answer your question of what does HELM stand for? It is the hub for emergency logistics and maneuvers.
Ooh, got him!
And it's the new base for all current Vanguard operations within the system. So from the helm, players can interact with the War Table seasonal vendor, access the prismatic recaster, decode Umbral engrams at the Umbral decoder, manage their vault, and retrieve items from the postmaster. All at the helm.
Say he's still got the Drifter's sassy voice lines in that.
Well, possibly from his prismatic recaster.
Yeah. Is that going to be in the old tower? Does it say?
It doesn't say, but from the pictures, it looks like it's in the old tower.
But it's like the old tower war room.
Yeah, that's what we were discussing. It sure looks like it, but they haven't. Yeah, because that was my question: is like, be in game, and is the old tower? Because I know there's people have found their way into the old tower and it's being rebuilt. But yeah, are we going to see it in season 13, or is it just here's a picture, you'll find it somewhere else? We thought maybe it might go into Zavala's office, and Nitedemon was saying, with the season things that none of us knew what they were going away. This season, maybe they'll put the table down there so you can hang out with Zavala while he knits. Plans our next move.
Yeah.
Did you say where he knits?
Yeah. That's what he does during the day when we're not there.
All right. Moving on, apparently Zavala knits. That's cool.
You didn't know this?
I didn't know he knits. No. And you guys are probably
Christmas
me.
presents. Oh, sorry. No. It's not a troll. He gives in the dawning. He gives out scarves as gifts.
Wait,
It
what?
gets cold out on the wall.
Didn't we? Well, I would say we talked about this, but that wouldn't matter.
No, it really wouldn't. Like I said many times, I have the memory that would make a goldfish blush. Okay,
Who said that?
Indeed.
I did.
So now that we've got you covered with what's happening with Season of the Chosen, we will move on to This Week at Bungie.
Yo.
And yes, I know we're an hour and a half into this episode. Hopefully, I'll edit it down a little bit easier.
Did we actually finish Season of the Chosen? Do we actually finally get to the end of that?
Yep, we did. Did. So this week at Bungie, we revealed Season of the Chosen. They talk about the trailer, they talk about the roadmap, and then they go on to Spoils of War. So just to remind you, Season of the Chosen is delivering some shiny new things for you to collect.
Shiny
So
things.
new, so shiny.
Reissued, reinvented. Some old favourites from Destiny 1 are showing up in Destiny 2 as rewards for completing Nightfall ordeals. Here is the lineup. The Swarm, which is the machine gun. The Palindrome, which is the hand cannon. And the Shadow Price, which is the auto rifle. They don't give us any details about what firing rates, what perks are going to be available on these. But I'm guessing because they said a couple of twabs back that or I think it was on Twitter actually, where they removed the hand cannon, the True Prophecy, which was a 120, previously a 110. They said, oh, don't worry, there's going to be 2 new hand cannons coming next season that are going to be 120s. Possibly this new Palindrome is going to be a new 120. And I would say that the Shadow Price is probably going to be a 600 RPM because you wouldn't want to put something shiny and new in the 450 category when the 450s aren't that good at the moment. They're average. You know, the 7th Seraph auto rifle is quite nice, but it's not as popular as like the Gnawing Hunger for the 600 RPMs.
Do you remember what the Swarm did? What its unique perk was?
No, because it was just
Can
a
I
legendary.
just dive in here? I've got to go. I've got tears downstairs.
Yeah, of course you can. Thank you very much, R, for popping in. Much appreciated.
All right then. Yeah, thanks for the lore and the information. Some of that stuff I didn't know. Some of that stuff you guys probably told me and I forgot. But we're moving on. So, what were you saying about the Swarm? Yeah, I know it's a legendary, but some legendaries still have perks that are found in other legendaries.
No, it didn't. It wasn't one of those.
Oh, it's just an average machine gun. That's fine.
Yeah. Nightfall, the ordeal weapons have a chance to drop at the end of the activity, depending on your medal, platinum, gold, etc., and difficulty. Master difficulties will give you the highest chance at the drop of the base version of these weapons. Adept difficulty weapons have a chance to drop at the end of the Grandmaster Nightfall when they go live later in the season. Again, we don't know what the adept versions of these weapons are, but hopefully they're going to be better than what the adept versions of the Trials weapons were. Drop chances also depend on your medals. Slay enough champions to hit platinum, and you will have a higher chance at getting the adept version. Hot Pursuit. Similar to the Season of the Hunt, we will have a new seasonal pursuit for you to earn from your quest of choice. Choose between Strikes, Crucible, or Gambit, as we did this season with the Sniper, to earn the new Breach Load Grenade Launcher, Salvage's Salvo. And a lot of people were saying that they're worried that this might be the new Mountaintop. They've just sunset the Mountaintop, which was a grenade launcher, which really upset a lot of people in PvP. Not too many in PvE. So hopefully they were saying that it's not going to be like that.
Well, I mean, I don't think it is going to be because they're not going to give another grenade launcher mini rockets. So
you never know what they're going to do.
that's a true statement, but I really doubt it. I really, really doubt it.
So again, as you did before, after you've obtained your new Tool of Destruction, you will be able to earn 3 different ornaments from additional quests picked up by Zavala, Lord Shaxx, and the Drifter. And what I didn't realise last season was you have to earn the weapon, and then you have to go back into those different areas to actually earn the ornament from. I thought that you'd get one ornament from doing, say, if you chose to do strikes, you'd get the weapon and the ornament to drop. But no, you don't. You have to then go back into strikes and do more stuff to get the ornament to drop.
Indeed you do. Did you get them all?
I haven't collected them all yet, no.
You know who did collect them all? Yeah.
Silent
me.
Boy.
Mm-hmm.
So he can sit in his vault with all of his pretty ornaments, and he can never think about it again.
Wait, you put
But he
ornaments
had-
in
and
your
that
vault?
No.
He put
The
the
gun itself.
Okay.
No.
It's like, that is a lot of unnecessary space you're taking up, dude.
Sir,
I don't even know if you can do
I
that.
have so much space in my vault right now. I just moved everything off of my character for as far as the tokens and stuff goes, so I can prepare to turn in my 18,600 Crucible tokens.
Jeez.
Because I want to see sort of what I get from it, and I still have 287 of my 500 vault spaces used, so I've got loads of room in my vault. It's spacious, it's airy. I could put the whole helm in my vault if I wanted to.
Goodness gracious.
So speaking of some trials, we have trials returning with some new weapons and new armor, and the pulse rifle that they're showing off is very reminiscent of the messenger pulse rifle that we had in Destiny 1 trials. It's the same kind of shape, and it looks exactly the same, basically, just got a different symbol on the side. Hand cannon looks nice. Again, probably the new 120, and a sword for all those 3-peakers out there.
For now.
Which is apparently all of
I hear
them.
Bungie's going to be addressing that.
And then there's a nice look at what the Trials armor looks like. So that's what we're going to look like next weekend, Peroty, when we actually do get all the Trials armor. So just take that in now.
Let's see.
Does he realize you can only get one piece a week?
Shh, don't tell him that. We're just going to make.
Oh no! I
grinding.
realize this, and I don't care about how any of it looks. But that Titan helmet looks a lot like one of the other Titan helmets. It's got like some extra flare on the top, but there's not a lot. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. The Hunter looks pretty nifty. The Hunter looks reminiscent of like the Iron Banner armor with the hood and sort of wolf-like. The other ones, I don't know. Like I appreciate how ornate the armor is, but yeah, just like the look of it just doesn't. I don't know. Doesn't do it for me.
The thing is, when I see somebody fully decked out in one of those things, I run the other way in Crucible.
Right?
Correct. Well, no, you turn to run the other way, but you're already dead, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't even get to see the armor. You see them probably head glitching either around a corner or at the bottom of some stairs, and then after they kill you, you're like, oh.
You see the armor.
Yeah.
You see that, bright red glow of I'm a Crucible player, I'm a Trials Crucible player, and I'm a because I'm keeping people from getting their flawless runs, so you're just screwed.
Yeah. And then you see his flawless Trials red banner.
Yeah.
You see that you've been killed by an adept auto rifle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, adept hand cannon. Come on, it's a hand cannon. It's a shotgun.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're
we're not bitter at all. So yeah, it's like here's our fancy new that no one in your community will earn. But sure, it's there for the 3 guys that run trials every weekend.
So each weapon will also have an adept version with special mods, and you can read about those here. We'll link that in the show notes. As for a special shader that can be applied to any adept weapon, even those ones earned from the Grandmaster. So that's a change from last season where the shader was only available to be put on the adept weapons or the trials weapons from the season. For the first week of trials, armor and adept mods will be in the flawless chest. The second week is when you'll have your first chance of the season to grab an adept weapon. Along with these new weapons and armor, Trials has some new cosmetic rewards to show off as well. The Ghost Shell chances increase as you win matches and increase when you hit 3, 5, and 7 wins and flawless milestones each week. The ship and sparrow drop chances increase every time you go flawless. And here is a look at the rewards.
Sure. Yeah. Here's the things you'll never see. So good. Take a look at them now.
Here's the picture. Yep. But wait.
There's more. Ha! Got him.
Season of Chosen has several new additions to your arsenal ready for the taking. And I put in our show notes a picture of this because I get the vibe of Callus from when I looked at these weapons. I was thinking these look very reminiscent of the weapons that we had from the Leviathan race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the rocket launcher, man. It looks exactly like the freaking Sins of the Past.
Yeah. There's a lot of like gold, Callus, Iron Banner, lots of gold and black.
Yeah. I mean, the sniper, the rocket launcher, and I'm guessing that's a pulse rifle and the submachine gun.
Well, the sniper rifle does not look like the one the only weapon that looks exactly like it did from the Leviathan is the rocket launcher. The sniper rifle looks completely different because if you remember, the old sniper rifle had like a scope that was like blended into the weapon. I don't know how to describe
But
it.
I think it's because it's got the pointy bits on it. I think where if you look at the old Leviathan raid stuff,
Yeah.
the pulse rifle has that kind of those points on it. I mean, they've changed the design slightly, but they look very reminiscent as like it's Alone as a God, wasn't it? The sniper.
Yeah.
Sins of the Past was the rocket launcher,
Uh-huh.
and Inaugural Address was the pulse rifle, and Mob Justice was the submachine gun.
Indeed.
The submachine gun does look a little bit more unique, but I get.
Did
those
we
kind
have
of
a
vibes.
sidearm for Leviathan?
We didn't have the sidearm. We
Okay.
didn't have a bow.
I know we didn't have a
So-
bow, but look at those arrows, though. Honestly speaking, look at the arrows
Yeah.
for the bow.
You get 2 of them.
Those are really nice looking
Use
arrows.
them wisely.
Yeah.
Those are really nice.
So, Peroty, what would you like to tell us what you're going to be rocking next season in your Cult of Aeon?
Yeah, so I don't know who had Cult of Aeon major rework on their bingo card for this season. I read this and just burst out laughing because I was like, okay, hey, someone remembers these existed. So yeah, the Cult of Aeon is getting a whole rework because no one uses them, because why would you?
Exactly.
So yeah, so let's see. So we've got 3 choices here. So we can be part of the Sect of Force, which is you specialize in you specialize in punishing powerful combatants before they can harm your allies. And this will give you rapid precision hits with a weapon, temporarily increases your reload speed and weapon swap speed. And when you stun a champion or defeat a boss or mini-boss, your nearby fire team member gains a burst of grenade and melee energy. And called allies who do not have the Sect of Force role equipped will also gain a burst of super energy. So, that one seems decent. Weapon speed and reload speed increased. Yeah, sure, why not? I don't know how many champions I'm going to stun or bosses I'm going to kill, but yeah, sure, seems like it could be useful. The Sect of Insight is our second one. You specialize in empowering your allies and keeping them well supplied. So that's going to give you successive precision weapon takedowns, give you a chance to drop an orb of power for your allies, which just seems like the same thing as getting kills with the masterworked weapon. But sure, all the more words of power, the better. When you use a finisher on an elite, you generate special ammo for your fire team. When you use your finisher on a boss or mini-boss, you generate heavy ammo. And nearby cult members who do not have the sect equipped will also gain bonus weapon damage for a short time. And then finally, the Secret of Vigor, which you specialize in keeping your allies in the fight. You will gain class ability energy as your allies gain full class ability energy when you resurrect an ally. And when you cast your super, nearby allies gain an initial burst of healing. The Aeon Cult allies who don't have the Sect of Vigor role equipped will also gain an overshield. So I kind of feel like the Sect of Vigor is the way to go with the class energy and the healing, because maybe the Sect of Insight for the extra orbs of power, but again, I don't know how many finishers I'm going to use on powerful enemies, or how many champions I'm going to stun. So I don't know. I'm excited that they've actually given these a use, but it almost seems like you're almost incentivized not to have cultists with you, which seemed to be the entire point of these exotics. To because initially it was the more people that wear them, the better it gets. Now it's like, if you have it, you'll get this, but if you're not wearing this piece, you'll get something almost better out of it. I don't know.
No. It's when somebody else is wearing that piece near you. You still want to have other people. The idea is you don't all want to be running the same mod on your armor, right? So what they're doing is they're incentivizing everybody using different mods. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So like the different, the different sects.
Yeah.
So we're all going to get Hunter, Warlock, and Titan. We're all going to get a Aeon gauntlets that you can just then select a mod to put in, like we can at the moment. So we'll all have access to the mods, but they'll look different, but they'll still be called the Aeon Swifts, the Aeon whatevers.
Yeah. So I hope this isn't like some reward you get from actually doing something challenging in the game, because I don't care about them that much. But yeah, if it just drops in the normal exotic, go pick it up from Xur, it's worth at least playing with. I don't know. It's still nothing exciting enough that makes you want to switch from anything I'm rocking now. But just seeing these get a rework at all is kind of fascinating.
And this is about the third rework that we've had, isn't it? They've changed slightly over time from what they were. But again, I don't see that it's going to be something I'm going to be rocking, even if I am with 2 other Aeon Cult members. It's just
Yeah, like there's
things
nothing
like
there
you
that
said,
really...
things you can get, things that you can do through like doing finishes on bosses. You can do by putting other mods on your gear.
Indeed.
And unless these things are like 75 stat roll dropping without any mods attached, it's not going to benefit anybody from putting these things on.
Right.
That I can see anyway. I may be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, like maybe if you're running a whole bunch of Nightfalls and you're stunning a bunch of champions, maybe that that's enough to make you want to rock that one. Or I mean, really, the only time I'm using a finishers on anything remotely powerful is when I'm running Gambit and getting blockers or things down to a low enough level. So before the captain can warp away from me or something, using that finisher because it's sort of a one-hit kill. I sort of use it as the one-hit kill before you manage to escape from me thing. And would I use this over something else? No, probably not. But it's at least, I don't know, it like they seem situational, but like a little too situational. Like they wanted to rework them, but not make them too powerful. And I'm not quite sure they went far enough in making them desirable enough to really try out. I don't know.
Watch, there's going to be some YouTuber coming out next season talking about, oh yeah, your whole fire team needs to rock this because of X, Y, and Z reason. I'll be like, what?
Now there will be a cheese. If you run these with the Telesto and Catalyst, then you'll be able to do 60 times more damage in trials. So besides that, we'll be fine.
Did you see that there's going to be a new way to get the Catalyst? Is anybody else scared?
Are you talking about the Catalyst comeback?
Yeah. Anybody else scared?
No, I'm excited because if you don't have the Catalyst for the Bad Juju, Izanagi's Burden, Sleeper Simulant, Hunkleberry, World Lion Zero, Polaris Lance, Legend of Acrius, Skyburner's Oath, or the Telesto, they're coming back into the game. So I can finally hopefully get my Telesto Catalyst, which I'm very, very excited about, as long as it's not locked behind like Trials Wins or something like that. They haven't said where they're coming, just saying, hey, since you can no longer get these because we took those parts out of the game, we're putting them back in. So we'll see where they put them back in.
If you just jinxed us, I'm going to be so mad at you.
I didn't. But if you were hoping the Catalyst for the Worm, the Whisper of the Worm, or the Outbreak Perfected, those are still unobtainable. They'll be added in a future update, but those are not coming back in this season. Or actually, I won't be in the season.
There. Those are not coming back in this season.
Actually, no. I realize this is in a future, so it may be this season. We just don't know when. So I won't say they aren't coming back this season, just not when the season drops.
Okay.
So Respawn, you're into Prime Gaming, aren't you?
What? Oh, Amazon Prime? Yeah. Sorry.
Respawn's with us, following us along the page as we read down this week of Bungie.
Well, I didn't scroll down that far. I was looking at all the catalysts. You have to scroll down to see that. All right,
so are there any catalysts you guys are excited about coming back that you don't have yet?
I actually don't have the Telesto, believe it or not, or the Legend of Acrius.
Yeah, Telesto, Legend of Acrius, and World Line Zero.
Oh, yeah, the World Line Zero. Yep, forgot. I skipped that one. Yeah, those are the three that are... Oh, and the Sleeper Stimulant. Jesus.
I'm missing a lot of them. So you're excited about all of them coming back?
No, just the four. Just half.
There's excitement.
Yeah. Last week, a new set of rewards was made available through the Prime Gaming. Once you sign up here and link your Bungie.net account, you can go and claim your rewards. They will be waiting for you in the safe care of Amanda Holiday in the hangar portion of the tower. This time you can get the Graviton Lance, the Carina Nebula exotic weapon ornament for the Graviton Lance, which is probably one of the nicer ones. The solid white one is nice too, but I do like this one a lot. The Cosmos Shell exotic ghost shell, Avalon Courser legendary Sparrow. Guys, if that drops at 150, just shard it. Check back next month and we'll have a new shipment of Prime Gaming rewards for you to pick up from Amanda. Moving on to the next section where it says all good things must come to an end. It doesn't say that. It just says all good things. As the seasons change, our team of experts have the important info you need to know. This is their report. Seasonal titles and Bungie rewards. Season of the Hunt ends on February 9th. View our update 3.1.0 timeline below for what time it will end and the season of the Chosen begins. Before the season ends, a player who earned the Flawless and Conqueror title should claim and equip them to ensure that they do not get removed. Multiple items from Bungie rewards should also be earned in-game before February 9th, 9 a.m. PST, that is Pacific Standard Time, and claimed on the Bungie rewards site, which is a link, by February 12th at 9 a.m. PST. These things include a free Stranger free Stranger Papercraft figure, a Stasis t-shirt, the Warden Seal pin, and the Hawkmoon mini replica. Dun, dun, dun! Item and quest removal. As we announced earlier this week, before the season of the hunt ends on February 9th, it is recommended to turn in the following items and quests, or they will be removed from players' inventories or will no longer be able to be used.
By recommended, we mean required, or you're going to lose it.
Exactly. Thank you, Peroty. Damn it. I jumped down like 9 pages. Hold on. All right, here we go. These things include the weekly bounties, Strikes, Crucible, Gambit, Gunsmith, and Crow, Crucible tokens and Crucible token gifts, memory fragments for Stasis, all Crow bounties, planetary materials, alkaline dust, phase glass needles, Seraphite, simulation seeds. You will be able to turn these into Spider for meager amounts of glimmer, meaning probably just one. Be prepared.
It just says for glimmer for the record, not meager amounts. Though it may be who's to say.
What are you talking about?
But Respawn, have you saved your Halo data?
No.
Because they announced on February on 9th. Yeah, they announced that on February 9th, your Halo.Bungie.net data will all be taken offline. So if you haven't saved it, go save it because it's going away. And
but what if you've never played Halo, Peroty?
Then you'd have no data, so you don't care. And you
may
heard of SRL? Well, this is the SDR. We're getting this SDR console update. Our Steam Datagram Relay is coming to consoles during Season of the Chosen. But we're going to need to do a little more testing before it's totally ready to go live. So this is basically the system they're rolling out to prevent denial of service attacks on consoles. They talked about it in previous talk. They link to it. If you're excited about that, go read it in there. Update 3.1.0 and maintenance timeline. So, it's coming, guys, Tuesday the 9th. Basically, by the time you're listening to this show, it will be upon us. At 8 a.m. Pacific, your maintenance begins. That's 1600 UTC. Maintenance begins, so be prepared. You're going to be kicked offline in 45 minutes. At 8:45 PST, you're getting kicked offline. Everyone gets removed from activities. Destiny is brought offline. All of the Destiny apps stop working because the API goes down then too. At 9 a.m., 15 minutes later, or 1700 UTC, Update 3.1.0 will be available across all the platforms and all the regions, and people will be able to log back into Destiny 2. And an hour after that, give or take, maintenance is concluded and things will be good. Expect maintenance to be extended another 2 to 3 hours because games are hard and rolling out things is difficult. So with 3.1.0, we're going to fix some things, guys. We're going to have some fixes. Okay. So if you've been trying to get through your Crucible Valor or Gambit Infamy New Light quests, they can now be actually completed after resetting ranks. I actually saw that because I picked the New Light quest up to go run, and I've been sitting at those steps too because it just will not count as earning any Crucible Valor. So that's going to be fixed. Your Amankara Bones will now spawn in the Aganox Abyss and Simeon Garrison Ascendant challenges. Your Triumph for Lore of Luna, Wisdom of the Witch, and Run the Gauntlets in the Cimmerian Garrison, I assume will be fixed. It just says Triumphs, these three. So Triumphs, we've got those. The Altar of Sorrow bosses will now rotate each day over there on the moon. The Warsat public event and the Cosmodrome's ends will now actually count towards bounties. So there's a reason to do it. Oh, my favorite one. The Lift Tube and the Warden of Nothing strike will now open for every player. So it will stop murdering the two people who don't get up there first every single time. The boss from the Insight Terminus strike will now always teleport away after scanning the Vex terminal. The Lake of Shadows will no longer become blocked if players bypass trigger volumes. Your Sturm will once again reload any equipped energy slot weapon on kills. Your Merciless will now once again increase its charge rate on non-lethal hits. And your Thunderlord, your Reckless Oracle, and other weapons will once again render their scopes and or reticle.
Very
So
nice.
yeah, we're fixing things. However, with fixing, we have to break a couple of things. It just wouldn't be right. So there are a few known issues. They continue to investigate PC frame per second and stuttering issues. The Lightseeker Triumph is not unlocking after players have found all the weekly feathers for the Bird of a Prey quest, and the feathers are no longer appear after completing the Bird of Prey quest. So
they don't.
Just don't do it. They're not there. And the Black Blight left behind by the High Celebrant still won't open portals if shot by sidearms, and sometimes won't open when a fire team. So it's still very broken. So run it once, get the thing done, and never think about it again. And they
need to just not allow sidearms into that game, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So you know how when you go into an activity and somebody's too low or somebody hasn't unlocked it, their name flashes red, right?
It's just block sidearms.
So if you go into that if you go into that activity and you have a sidearm, just flash the name red so they can't join. Be like, yo, what's going on? Oh, I have a sidearm. Ta-da!
And if you're seeing error codes with Arugula and Prune, you're still going to see those. That's it. That's the last thing. Carry on.
What was weird this week, I did the High Celebrant mission.
No.
And all the portals were open as I was running through. I was like, I haven't even shot one of you yet. Has somebody been here just before me?
They saw you coming. They were like, "We've heard tale. That's the guy with the 1,500 iron burden kills. We don't want to mess with him. Just let him
right."
25.
Oh, I'm sorry, 2,500. My mistake, sir.
How dare you insult him like that?
I am deeply sorry to have taken 1,000 of your iron burden kills.
1,000, yeah, that's not a small number. All right, this guy is clearly a masochist. Do not take this from him.
Yeah. And with that, we have some movies of the week, some art of the week, and Season of the Chosen. I choose you.
Oh, wait, is that it?
That's it.
That's it.
There's no more bugs. There's no more errors.
Well, I mean, there are,
but they don't want to keep telling us.
There are. I mean, if you're interested, Respawn, there is a whole known issues article that will tell you all of the known issues.
I'm really not interested.
The Destiny.
I was just I was
like you were interested.
I was being facetious.
I don't know.
I was really just joking.
It seemed like you were pretty interested, but you can go and learn more about all the things that are
broken. All the things that are broken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there's a link on a Bungie website somewhere that tells you things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bungie.net/respawn broken. Mm-hmm.
Respawn broken? Dude, if only they gave me that. Imagine, for a second, if you will, we're in a universe where Respawn actually utilized his programming degree and became a dev at Bungie.
No.
You know what? Hold on, let me update my resume.
So it does seem like it's time for maybe a trick. Does someone want to turn a trick for us? Give us a build, a guide.
You know what we want. We want him to actually do some. Give us some news.
Yeah, there's a roundup, bro. Totally skip me, man.
Is a roundup? Well, I mean, you just talk so much. I just figure you've done your part. So.
Accurate. I have no ground to stand on. He's got me in a box. I don't know what to do. Okay, so here we go. They have an actual one, but I can't tell if this is the one that I read last week or not. I don't remember.
Let's look at the date. What's the date on it?
It says 7 days ago.
So how many days ago was 7? And have we recorded a podcast?
We have, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. Whatever, fine. All right, so Respawn's report.
Right, let me have a look at this. Let me have a look first.
Nope, it's gone.
I remember.
It's out of my memory. No,
I'll remember what you said.
What are you going to remember? I don't even know what we're talking about. But DMG is talking about clarification. There was an error on the Season of the Chosen page listing Battlegrounds match-made activity under the free path. Free players will have access to an introductory experience of the new Battlegrounds activity, but further access requires a Season Pass ownership. A fix has been pushed live to the Bungie.net page in all languages, and I'm not even about to read that link. Okay, so Daniel Alvarez says, where are these weapons, or is it just the grenade launcher? He's replying to something that says in Season 13, we're adding 6 new legendary weapons to our ritual activities. 2 for Strikes, Gambit, and Crucible. DMG replies to him, you'll see him next week. Bungie store. Eyes up, Guardians! The Drifter limited edition 10-inch statue is now available to pre-order at the US at both at Target and at Best Buy ahead of the March release date.
Hey,
Here are the links for Bungie store, Target, and Best Buy.
hey, blue screen. I'm gonna need your address because I'm gonna send you your very own 10-inch Drifter statue to look over you, to watch you as you sleep. You know, just to make sure you're all right.
All right.
He would 100% send you a video of him putting that in, like, you know, the YouTube video where they put everything inside this hydraulic crusher.
See,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he would crush it or if he would set it on fire or if he would just smash it with a hammer.
He'd take it with him to a burning building and just leave it there.
He put it on top of a building ready to get demolished and just like have like a GoPro up there watching the Drifter.
None of you are wrong.
Right? All right. So Charlie Bailey has said at Joe Goroth, any chance you or at DMG and at Cosmo want to put a % on Eyes of Tomorrow drop increase per fail? After my Warlock this week, I will have 34 clears. Ooh, I feel you pain, dude. With no drop, an entire season of 3 clears a week, just close to being despondent. Sorry, I had like a weird thing that happened in my lungs just now. My bad. As somebody that didn't get their Eyes of Tomorrow until my 39th run, this guy's my spirit animal, okay? So
how did you do 39 runs and he's done 34?
Because I
3 a
did
week.
runs extra per week, okay? No, I think my actual count at the time, like if you did the math, was like 29, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
because I hadn't run my Titan that week, so yeah, it was 29. And yes, before you say anything, whoever said Warlocks were the lucky ones and all exotic drops happen on Warlocks, I'm sorry to say, and I do mean sorry to say, that 100% of my raid exotic drops have been on the Warlock run. So
Yeah, like I said,
Warlock main.
not a Warlock main. Not a Warlock main. I just run every character every week and a chance to get the exotic drop. It just so happens that RNG favors the Warlock over the other two.
Because the Warlocks have read all the books, they understand how the algorithm works.
So, replying to Charlie Bailey, Cosmo says, that's how it currently works. I'm sorry you have had bad luck, but stay the course and it'll be yours.
So I have a follow-up question. Is Jogoroth related to Golgoroth in any way?
No, they're
No,
not.
it's Joe Blackburn.
Yes, thank you. I don't even know what you're asking. I'm just saying no, just to disagree. So who's next? We got Cosmo. Missed this in the TWAB, but Adept weapon mods will also drop from the Grandmaster Nightfalls. Dun, dun, dun.
I have an Adept weapon from Not Trials. Not that I'm going to get any of those either, but it's nice that they're out there.
Well, I mean, you should. I mean, you do stuff, right? Come on, man.
I'm just saying,
I believe in you.
Are they worth it, though? That's the thing. Are they worth the time and sweat? There are many stupid things I'll do just to get, but it is...
Well, Adept weapons tend to have better stats overall, and now that they have the Adept weapon mod, you'll have better stats overall, plus a way to significantly choose what stats are better and or worse.
Yeah, but all the stats are a lie. They're all a lie. Not
only on PC.
Not all the stats are a lie.
Which apparently is changing. So, okay, Bungie help. Beginning February 9th, the following plan... Yeah, we already discussed that. Sorry, guys, not repeating.
Except for the...
No, you got to repeat it, just because in case people didn't listen to you before.
And besides, what repeated other things that we already covered, that you didn't notice that either, so you can't notice.
No, I didn't. But whenever I do know... Oh, fine, whatever. Beginning February 9th, the following planetary materials will no longer be available to purchase other materials except for Glimmer from the Spider, Alkaline Dust Phase, Casino, Seraphite, Simulation Teas. Bam, done.
Now turn a trick for Nitedemon so he can tell us about all his tips and guides.
Yes!
I can.
I heard that you have tips, tricks, maybe even a guide or two, possibly a video from Fallout Plays explaining how to kill a Titan.
Can't be done.
Possibly.
Saved you 10 minutes. Just lay down your weapons and just accept your fate.
It absolutely can be done.
I think
by
that
a
was
lot
one of the
times.
versions, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, as he says, Fallout Plays has a video on what can kill a Glacier Quake Titan. Very interesting. It's worth a watch.
Nothing
Yeah.
can kill a Titan.
No, there's lots of things.
Oh yeah, there are many things.
But you could just do what we suggested, just lay down your weapons and take it like a man.
I did quite enjoy the section. I'm not going to talk about the whole thing, but the part that really piqued my interest is, when a bubble Titan pops out a bubble, no matter what super you're in, you're kind of boned unless you're like a warlock, Nova Bomb. Everything else, just you're not going to do anything, right? But it's like that's the same case for the Glacial Titan, unless, right? And I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, if a Glacial Titan can 100% knock a Titan out of his bubble and one-shot him. So that was kind of funny to watch.
Crazy Mr. Pips has got it was a short video on how to get triple 100 stats on your armor. Now, this was a shortened down version of a stream that he did, and I missed the stream, and I was hoping that he'd put out a YouTube video just going over the basics, which he has done, so I will link that in the show notes. Cool Guy has got a Bone Chiller shotgun guide on what he recommends for PvP and PvE roles, because it's one that's going to be sticking around for at least the next year, as some of the other shotguns are going to be sunset.
Backing up, the Mr. Pips video, the way that he does it, is it going to be valid for this upcoming season as well? Or is it only for the current season that we're in? Okay.
No, it's just to what armor to kind of look out for, and not necessarily discard 50 stat rolled armor. If it's good in certain areas that you want, then it may be viable to help build like the triple stats.
All right,
which
cool.
I found quite useful. I then went back and started looking at the stuff in my vault and was thinking, oh, okay, I can see where that could be helpful. So yeah. And then this week with playing some Iron Banner, I love my Iron Banner. Frostbolt put out a build with a Titan using a Wither Horde and dust-filled grenades. And he was originally started using the Armamentarium to get the double grenades, but then he swapped to the chest piece, the Heart of Innermost Light, which empowers another ability. So if you drop your shield, it'll empower your grenades for a short period of time. And what was quite funny, I tried using it and I was like, yeah, this is a really fun build. And the idea is to kind of throw down the grenade or throw down the Wither Horde and then throw the grenade on top of it so that it sucks people into the Wither Horde, which is really good in Iron Banner when people are trying to capture points.
I didn't even think
You're
about
very
that.
evil.
It's a lot of fun.
Yes, it is. And Peroty loves a bit of Wither Horde at the moment.
Oh,
and
yeah. I hadn't seen this video, but I've been Summoner, Dustfield Grenade, or possibly Void, because then I can strap a detonator to your chest and the chest of all your friends. But that Dustfield Grenade pulling into a Wither Horde is stupid amounts of fun. I have led to many triple kills for teammates that way.
You've been doing that before the video came out?
Oh, totally, dude. Like,
why didn't you do anything? You totally could have had like a spot on like a spot. Your own tips, tricks.
that's what I've been doing since the season came out. I have a grenade that pulled ever since the Wither Horde came out. I've been throwing that in the middle of a zone people are trying to capture. I'm like, you can stand there and you can slowly melt. Either I'm going to kill you or one of my teammates will. Either way, you're going to die.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so much fun. It's so dumb. I love it.
But you kept it to yourself. That's so not cool, man.
I didn't really keep it to myself.
You did.
People made videos. They watched them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need a video to do that. You can just look at what you have in your arsenal and go, here's what I can do with it.
I'm not real great when it comes to thinking or things thereof. So you got to keep in mind, I am a Marine. I am way better at do this, yes, sir, than, hey, I have this thing. What can I do with it? Type of scenarios. See what I'm saying?
It's like you don't play Crucible anyway, so why do you care?
Well, no, that would be good in other aspects too. Like, I mean, like PvE, you got things that like the scatter when you shoot a Wither Horde grenade. Guess what? You're not scattering anymore. You're going to sit right there and die. That could have been good for more than just PvP, man.
Yeah. And what was quite funny was I was on another character doing like my bounties for Iron Banner, and I noticed a guy on the opposite team doing the Titan Wither Horde combination thing, and I actually messaged him at the end of the match and went, Frostbolt, and he's like, he just replied and went, Yes, with a little embarrassed face.
If it works, man. If it works, who cares where you found out? If it works.
I put thumbs up next to it. It's like, it's just because I watched the same video. I've tried it. It's good fun. You know,
Yeah,
worth
exactly.
it.
Yeah, no shame in that.
And speaking of builds putting together, on the Hunter this week, I was messing about with the Hunter gauntlets. The what are they called? The
Which ones? What do they do?
I'm just about the Mechanized trick sleeves.
Ah.
So they've spring mounted load, increase sidearm ready and reload speed, while you're critically wounded, swapping to a sidearm increases its damage. So I was just using like double sidearms, just having a bit of fun, using the Traveler's Chosen, and then I've got a really nice Fool's Remedy to drop from the Iron Banner with ricochet rounds. It had Pulse Monitor, which automatically reloads the magazine and improves weapon handling when critically wounded, even when the weapon is stowed, and pairing that with Eye of the Storm. So the weapon becomes more accurate as your health gets lowered. And it has a ranged masterwork, and I put a backup mod on it. So I had 21 in the magazine. So as I was killing people and swapping to it and being low on health, I was getting the damage from the Mechanized trick sleeves. I was getting the extra boost to everything else from the actual the 2 perks on the gun, which was quite nice. So I was pairing those together, which was quite cool. Just having a bit of fun putting a little quick build together, because I was fed up with hunters bouncing around and just being up in my face. I thought, I'm going to do exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
As you should.
But one build that I saw at the beginning of the week and I fell in love with it. Cool Guy put out a video where he was in trials, and it's a Titan build with the Phoenix Cradle. So if you're not sure what the Phoenix Cradle is, it's a pair of boots for the Titan, and their exotic perk is it's called Beacon's Empowerment. Sun Warrior lasts twice as long. Allies pass through your sunspots are granted Sun Warrior. So the Sun Warrior perk on the Titan is basically when you get a kill, it will drop a sunspot, and if you walk into that sunspot, it empowers you and gives you extra damage on your weapons and abilities for, I think it's 5 seconds normally with the sunspots. But if you have the boots on, the Phoenix Cradle, they last for 10 seconds. And what you can do is you can pair it with a Jotun. So every time you get a Jotun kill, it drops one of these fire bombs. And you can imagine that in Iron Banner, you only have to target one of the people that's standing on the capture point, and it burns them and their partner and the guy next to them.
They're
so
two friends. They're two friends. You're a bad
just
man.
as nasty as that with a horde one.
Wow.
And then what I would do is then run to the spot, capture the point, be in the sunspot for like the 10 seconds until that ran out, and then it will last as long as you're still standing in it. And then when you run out, you still got like the 10 seconds, which is quite nice to have weapon damage. I had so much fun with it. And then the throwing hammers, the bottom tree of the throwing hammers is really good as well for killing glacial quake titans. So I didn't have that many problems with that. And I again, with this whole shatter dive thing, I've played Iron Banner most of the week and I didn't see that many shatter dives. And, you know.
Yeah, it's just I've only played, I don't know, a handful of games, 6 or 7 games. I've seen maybe one shatter dive, and not even. Yeah, it's just like it's a non-issue. It feels. And again, I haven't played enough games to feel like I have a good take, but yeah, I'm sure it's a thing in competitive and smaller teams. But when there's 12 of you running around the map, it's less of an issue if you're not being totally reckless with your positioning.
And the Titan build with the Phoenix Cradle and the Jotun, I also took it into comp as well, because I thought I'll play with it in comp before Iron Banner came out, actually. So it's the beginning of the week, and it even works in that as well, really well.
Because you said, how can I be a bad man in a different place now?
Oh yeah. Because I mean, playing comp, I found that you find a lot of people using Jotun, so I thought I'll use Jotun and I use the Phoenix Cradle, and I'll see what I can get away with. and it was quite good in some circumstances. You know, I'd get a pick on somebody, and their friend would kind of walk into the flame, or that they could walk past the flame after 5 seconds. Oh no, it's still there. Goodbye, second person. So yeah. That works quite well.
That's always so satisfying to get that unexpected kill. It's like, I'm gonna stand here, it'll be fine. No, you're not.
Mm-hmm.
So I know Cool Guy said he was going to put out a specific build on it, but the video that I'm linking is his initial trials one where he quickly goes over what his build is. So keep an eye on him for that. The last two videos this week are the Harbinger mission. So you've got Bounties giving you the Harbinger guide week 3. Again, it has changed for the third week, so you're not getting a third guide from me. You only got the first one, which will probably rotate and be next week. So if you go back and listen to, if you don't have to, but I will have the first week's guide.
So you don't have a detailed breakdown?
No, I don't.
An auditory tour of the entire experience for us each week? No, just the one.
Because it's Iron Banner this week. It's Iron Banner's week for me. And Esoteric, if you need those 5 feather locations for week 3, he has a guide on that.
Feathers.
Bungie does have that in his, but if you just want the feathers,
no, the feathers are broken. Don't pick them up. It's all a lie.
It is.
The Hawk Moon's a lie. The feathers are a lie. The cake, 100% real though, it turns out.
And that's it for me.
No, the cake is a lie.
But I have one final email to go over from a listener. Adrian Trovato. I don't know. Hi, Andy13 here. Long time listener and first time emailer.
Oh no. We don't need to read whatever he's about to say.
No?
He comes from the future. He can tell us what's going to happen. We should find out more.
No. What does Andy have to say?
Okay, so g'day, mates. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
He doesn't actually say that. He doesn't actually say it. Does he actually say that? Andy.
I just wanted to let you guys know I love the Lord. I love the show and I love the lore. Listening during my commute to and from work. I don't know what that accent is.
Not Andy's, that's for sure.
I don't know. British trying to do Australian, trying to do whatever. I'm in. I love it. Keep going.
Wallabies and kangaroos. I've really been enjoying the lore lately and thought I might give Not Off some lore requests. Boomerangs. I was thinking maybe we could get some lore-specific exotic weapons and armor. Crikey. Their origins and maybe the lore on individuals that already wielded them. Blimey, Sheila. Just thought that would be really interesting to listen to. While you're reading this, I'd like to give a shout out to my partner in crime on Destiny, GDad52. I think he's always there for me to push off cliffs, shoot a box from under him, and hit into rocks and walls with my Sparrow. I guess I also appreciate all the work that he does for me on my account when I don't have the time to play, but I wouldn't express that to him. Thank you guys for giving me a great show to listen to every week. And then he goes on to saying more Australian stuff that I can't kind of understand. It's Sheilas and...
Well, Sheilas are
stuff.
women. Okay, what else?
Vegemites, Marmites.
Yeah, Vegemite, Marmite, the Sydney Opera House. He wants money for something.
He does.
Apparently, he feels like his paycheck. Andy, we put your paycheck in the post. I'm sorry if it couldn't make it to Australia. We're having some issues here. The check's in the mail. Promise.
Ate your check, mate. I don't know what's happening.
That's not a knife.
we sent it with Drop Air Express. I don't understand why it's not there. I mean, it seemed like the speediest way to go.
That's not a check.
Yeah, Drongo.
Oh my god, everything's going dark, mate. Everything's going dark. What the hell is going on? Anyway,
the Bonita.
So Andy, for those that don't know, and for those that are not part of the Frozen clan, Andy's been with Frozen for a good long time, and Gadad, how I say his name lovingly, is his father-in-law. Real good guy. And I've been trying for years to make Gadad angry. And so far, out of all the people that I've ever played with, he is the only one I've managed to not make well, there's a word that I would use, but I would just get, monkeyed or dolphined out or whatever, right? But he's the only person that has retained his calm no matter what I do or say. So also, Gadad, shout out to you, even though you don't listen to our podcast. So I don't know why we're shouting you out. But yeah, good guy to play with too.
Because
and Andy did host the show a couple of shows back.
yeah, it was on the best and did host with his partners in crime.
Yeah, he used to be a hunter main, but now he's gone the ways of the warlock, unfortunately. So
just like you, Respawn. See, it's the way it all
in the
it's not.
He's in the Respawn army. Just follow the leader. Follow the leader.
No, the leader didn't do that. That's not something the leader does.
You know what the leader does do, though? The leader gets thanked for joining us. Your Titans are Peroty and Nitedemon. Your hunter is no one respawns in real life. Or is he a warlock? Your lore scribe is not ARF. You can email the show at 2titansandahunter at hotmail. Find us on Twitter at 2titans_hunter. We're on Instagram and Facebook. You can find your favorite Guardian on Xbox Live. And Respawn is also on Xbox Live. I don't want to undersell that he is also here and is probably your favorite Guardian. He is also on Xbox Live, but he is also on PC. You can listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, everywhere fine podcasts are sold. Watch out for drop airs. Get ready for the new season. And we're about to step into a war with Cabal for the second time. So this is where we rewrite Destiny, start from scratch. You're going to wake up at the cosmic room very confused.
Mm-hmm.
Say goodbye, gents.
Deuces.
Hooray!